Now do you work? Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Not you, Seymour. You're perfect. Seymour is perfect. Hi, everybody. Is the audio working? Please tell me it is. Good? Yes? Hmm? Okay. It's leaning on this side. Hang on. Okay. Ha ha! I win. I win. Oh my gosh. I barely made it by the skin of my teeth. Is that how I say it? But hi, everybody. Oh my gosh. Alrighty, to let everybody get their proper hellos. Hiya, Cursed Halo, my dearest darling. Florine, hello. Jency, hi. Hi, everybody. Okay, so I'm gonna preface this with a very firm statement. I am not getting my hopes up for news today. However, I do think we might get something on Friday. But so we're going to do like this. Okay, we're going to watch, we're going to see, we're going to hope and pray. Maybe something more interesting than just Wolverine gets announced because we are PlayStation girlies up in this house. So I had to get that out of the way. How are you guys doing? We should I put background music? It doesn't always work. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Yeah, like I mean, if we get anything Final Fantasy related, it's probably going to be for the thingamathing, the Switch port for Rebirth. However, like I'm not against that. I did pre-order the Switch 2 version simply because I want the Magic the Gathering card that comes with it. Don't judge me. But also, like, it would be nice to have the game as a handheld because I'm still like making my script essay for part 3 of Cloud's character deep dive. So, like, I'm not against that either. But yeah. Mhm. A Cursed Halo, like, you're not the only one that's greedy. You are not the only one that's greedy. I am selfish. I am greedy, and I'm starved. I'm starved. I am starved for any kind of content. Honestly, like I said, like I wouldn't be surprised. I don't expect it though. Does that make sense? Because it's just like it. Hang on a second. Okay, we're gonna do this. Make sure it's not too loud. Let me do the volume on this side. That way I'm not futzing with the thingy. But yeah, so the port releases tomorrow, like you said, and the pre-order bonus is a special art version of the Zack card for Magic the Gathering. My brother got me into it because I was originally just collecting the cards to have them because I am a collector. I am neurospicy, okay? I am neurospicy. I have collections. But yeah, so I don't know. I think we are going to get something this week. I feel it in my bones. However, I am prepared to do clown makeup again, just in case. Oh my gosh, hang on a second. Oh, should I make an announcement? You know what? Nah, everybody's here. Everybody's here. No, people are not here. So I'm going to do the thing. Because they're... Hang on, are they... Yeah, we still technically have, like... I don't know. Oops, I just realized I was doing a dumb. Okay, go to live. Alright, so they're doing something. Oh yeah, it's the Wolverine thing, so I'm not gonna rush. I mean, I should rush, shouldn't I? I should. Well, so I religiously watch Dashing David because, you know, I know he's a fellow Clody fan. He did bring up a good point in that it's a very short advertising period. So as we know from previous, hang on, I'm gonna leave this muted, but I'm gonna move over to like the reaction screen. So it is a pretty short marketing window. So it does make sense that we don't have all the news that we want by now, but with that being said, if we are expecting a Q1, Q2 release for next year, they got to release it this week. They got to release something this week. But I am so starved that I will take a crumb. I will take a morsel. I will take anything. Like a strand of Sephiroth's hair. A dark screen with a title and Mako floating around in the background. I will take anything. Okay, we don't actually want to see the chat. Go away. So, yeah. It has been 84 years, and your girl is... She booked the package for eternal youth, not eternal life, okay? I'm getting old. I am getting old. Give me my game. Yeah, so for Rebirth was announced. Yeah, we already knew. Marketing started like July, August. Yeah, just like you said. So it's just like... Okay, we're getting to that window. We're getting to that window. I have needs. I have wants. I have desires. I am one of Square Enix's remaining soldiers. Okay. I will go to bat for that company when it comes to my RPG games, even though I haven't had time to play anything other than Final Fantasy. I was one of the strongest soldiers. Yeah, so, yeah, like, so, shitty weeks unfortunately seems to be getting to a lot of people, and it's heartbreaking, really, but I don't know, there's something in the air. There's something in the air, and if it's not one thing, it's another. So, like, I think we've all earned good news, okay? We've all earned something happy. We've earned something, anything at this point. So, let me do a quick check to make sure that all of chat is being seen, because I noticed during the previous stream, I wasn't getting everybody. So, I'm gonna do the thing here. Let me refresh chat. Hang on. Because, yeah, like last stream, people were missing. Not everybody was here. Or rather, not everybody was showing up, if that makes any sense. Things. Oh, no. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday, and I will send you a happy birthday on the day. Because we are going to will the universe to give you a happy birthday. I said so. I demand it. Like, the universe should know better than to, like, piss me off at this point. Hi, Soul Bunny! Yes, technically it did start, since I don't really care about Wolverine that much. I just have the gameplay playing, but I'm not really... I don't care. Like, I am interested in what other games are going to be announced, simply because, like, I enjoy gaming, and I want new titles that I can play that aren't a horror game. Unfortunately, I'm still a wimp. Ah, hang on. He's talking. Maybe it's something important.
Action-adventure game featuring a
Let me know if the music,
experience
like, gets in the way
on a perilous
of the,
journey across the globe,
everything.
where more than innocent mutant lives are at stake. In this game, mutants live in hiding, fearful of those who would hunt them down, while most of the world
All right,
doesn't
so he's
even
not
know
saying
they
something
exist.
important.
As you saw, you'll encounter...
So let me just save this here, make sure that everything... Okay, good. So, yeah, I have hopes that maybe we'll get something interesting for, like, the other games being announced. Sorry, I've got my phone here as being, like, another chat monitor, because, again, I don't want people to be missed or think that I'm ignoring them. That would make me very sad. But, oh my gosh. I have hopes. Sorry, I'm a little hyperactive. I am just excited to be with you guys, in all honesty. Like, even if I don't get anything worthwhile from this, I still get to hang out with you guys, because I'm slowly getting back onto my schedule. And Friday will be a big to-do. Okay, hang on a second. Is this important?
Marcus and the whole team at Insomniac for that extended look at Marvel's Wolverine. We've got a ton more to share with news and updates from both PlayStation Studios and third-party studios from around the globe. Let's get right to it with the latest from our friends at Arc System Works, XDev, and Marvel Games.
Okay, we already knew this game was coming.
Prepare to face the supreme master of the pugilistic
You know, I'm
art.
just gonna go here.
The
Like,
Duke,
clearly,
I'll get your Duke
the
some.
multi-chat feature is broken.
Actions are worth more than any word.
And the greatest action is to fight. You have defeated so many. You've defeated whole worlds. But you've never fought Doom.
So, like, Marvel is
Why
still...
you should need it. Think you're a genius, Doom? Your works are mere
So, like,
tricks. My
Marvel
genius
seems to be, like, holding down the market as far as games to video game.
You made promises, Doom, and those
all of that.
promises shall be kept.
This violence will solve nothing, Eric.
My dearest Aurora, mutant kind shall
Let me make sure the volume is not too bad.
to lead the way.
I'm gonna lower that. But yeah, so that's pretty much where we're at. Okay, so here's the thing. And I know if I make this statement, my Marvel, or excuse me, my comic book girly card will get revoked, but I am not a Marvel girly. Okay, so I think that's a little bit better with the audio. So, let me put you down to 4. So it's just like, I enjoy the movies. I really enjoy the movies as a separate universe kind of thing. I'm not super, hang on a second. What? Like, I'm not super into, I don't follow the Marvel comics as much as I've followed the DC comics as far as the big powerhouses when it comes to comic books. Hang on a second. Okay, so you showed up here, but you didn't show up here. Okay, let me pull you up over here. Hi, Lexi. Sorry, for some reason you're not showing up. Hang on, let me do this. Live chat. Let me refresh this. 1 second. Don't worry, I got you, boo. 1 second. Refresh.
Your heroics will no doubt be the stuff of tales twice told throughout the glade of dreams.
Okay. For some reason, let me do this. And then I do this. 1 second, Lexi. I'ma get to you. Okay, nope. Moving you over here. Because, darn it. Because, yes, I do want to chat with everybody. But for some reason, I was not able to fix all of the things. Because my body decided you thought, and all plans to fix my overlays and fix everything else went to shit. So, you know what? I'm going to put you over here. So that you're closer to my thingamathing. Because I don't... That way I can see ya. Because it's not all showing. Weird. I don't like it. Or maybe it's because you're in... You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. But yeah. This is cute. Oh, it's Raymond. It's cute. Hang on. Let me enlarge you again. Okay, let me do this here. Do. Now let me adjust the volume. Okay. Because we got something new. Why are we having chickens again? Why are there chickens again? I kind of enjoy the chickens. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there we go. Everything is fixed. I win. Let me check. Are we still working? You know, I am gonna raise the volume. Okay, so am I getting like that one cooking game? Okay, so I'm still geeking out about getting the whatchamacallit, the one where you get to be the chicken barbarian. I'm still geeking out about that, okay? That still brings me so much joy. I like, oh, what's this one? This looks pretty. Okay. Neko nyang nyang. Nyang nyang. I'm not gonna lie, this kind of reminds me of Jet Set Radio Future. All we're missing is like, yes, Project Windless. Project Windless makes me so very happy still. Okay, does this not give you Jet Set Radio Future vibes? I can't be the only one that sees it. Please tell me somebody else sees it, other than this part. This part looks like a lot of fun, but I'm that was a big delay. I'm not worried about it. I'm sorry. I'm getting Jet Set Radio Future, and I know that's a weird comparison to make. Like, with this... It's Jet Set Radio Future, just with combat added. Okay, it's a cross between Jet Set Radio Future and Spider-Man. That's what this is to me. Death is only the beginning, and now we have the Mummy references. This is hitting all of my nostalgia points. I'm your friend. I would play with you. Just our schedules aren't always aligned. Okay, this actually does look like fun. I would actually enjoy this one. Oh my goodness.
Hi everyone! お久しぶりです。安心の中村郁美です。
She's so pretty.
I missed you!
I think she's cute. I like her.
私のことを知らないし、忘れてる人もいるかもしれないんですけど、そうだな。見てね、お姉さんです。
Of course I would play with you a Cursed Halo. Like, most of my friends are online also. Like, if I'm gonna play games with people, I gotta play games with people online. My IRL friends are non-existent. Hi, Rydia. Okay, that is a good correction of Cursed Halo. Bold of them to assume you have friends in the same time zone, which is also one of my problems. You've missed nothing. You have missed, no, correction. Let me make an addendum to that statement. You have missed the Marvel section of the game announcements, and now we are looking at a weird hybrid between Jet Set Radio Future and Spider-Man with some song from The Mummy, and I'm kind of here for it. Oh, thank you. I actually rushed. I rushed to make myself presentable for everybody because my last 2-3 streams, I got a little too comfortable, looking like a slob. So I am putting myself together Friday will be more done up because it's Friday, because Friday, and it will be Final Fantasy Friday. I gotta dress up for that. So this is normal put together, and then Friday will be full face. And then Tuesday, if we don't get the announcements that we want, I will be wearing clown makeup again, or at least the Harley Quinn makeup again. So, Kemuri. I want to play that one. Alright. This game I'm so excited for. I am a Lara Croft girly. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And I know some things. I know some things.
The continent looking for you.
I'm excited for this one.
Hard woman to track down.
I'm so excited.
Well, you found me.
Ah, stunning as always. Ah, how is it that she is both classy and cunty at the same time? I love her.
Here, when it comes to
Oh,
retrieving,
God, yes. Yes, my queen.
higher.
Oh,
This
yes.
is about glory
Yes.
or money or making the world a better place. This is a puzzle. Buried in centuries.
Oh, I'm so
of
excited for this
silence.
one.
You don't strike me as someone who walks past a locked door without wondering what's behind it.
Oh,
There's a reason I can only trust you with this.
oh my gosh. Ugh. Oh, I'm so excited. Yes, they brought the flips back. Yes. Lara has finally evolved into Lara Croft, the cuntiest, baddest bitch of the archaeology game. Oh, I love her so fucking much. Nobody judge me. Nobody judge me, but I love her. Oh, whatever she wants, yes.
You're assuming I've got a bad side.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, please. This will be my February game. I'm just letting y'all know from now. This will be my February game. Oh, she's so amazing and I love her. Nobody judge me.
So, what was
I
your
love
favorite
her.
from today?
And yes, I have the movie interests of a 12-year-old boy. I love dinosaurs, okay? I love dinosaurs.
What do you like about it?
He's big and loud.
You must. You absolutely must. So, Tomb Raider is so much fun to play.
I think my favorite is the...
Yeah, so happy birthday to you, Jinsei! But yeah, 2 days before Valentine's Day, oh my gosh, I will be her Valentine every day of the fucking month. Yes! Oh my gosh. More dinosaurs. Okay. Again, I say, I have the movie interests of a child. I will rewatch every single one of the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies with a smile on my face. And that new movie, the Oak something, the new dinosaur movie that's coming out in August, I'm gonna be sat there too. Oh, hello, pretty. Hello, pretty.
There's always a choice.
Ooh. Okay, so far, I'm very excited for the games that have been announced thus far because I'm a dinosaur girly. I don't know why, I love them. I don't think we can hug the dinos, but I would like to hug the dinos. I don't recommend doing that to a baby. Like, I understand sometimes you want to yeetus the fetus, but you're not supposed to be chucking the baby up around and all the things, okay? That is a late-stage abortion waiting to happen. Just protect the baby. Okay, this is safer for the baby. Okay. You're legit gonna be fighting with a baby on your back? You know, that is fair. However, something else that I'm noticing, and I'm gonna pause for this, because that is something that I can do, and I'm surprised I'm only taking advantage of this now. But is anyone else noticing the push for babies and toddlers and children in a lot of the newer releases? So between like Resident Evil and Pragmata, we've got a lot of babies. Is this like subliminal messaging to like get more people to like awaken their paternal instincts? Like legit with Pragmata, I'm watching people's ovaries activate and be like, put a baby in me. And men are suddenly becoming girl dads, and I'm kind of here for it. Not for me, but I'm kind of here for it. But still, am I the only one noticing this? Like, okay, hang on. Let me lift the collar line so people don't think I'm streaming naked. But like, we're getting a lot of babies in gaming. Well, I was originally team...
Back in early 2023, S-Game first showed us...
Okay, so I'm going to shut you up for a minute. So, like, when we first saw the announcements for Pragmata and we saw Diana, she was very creepy to me, too. And I kept screaming at the screen, as you guys know, because you've watched me do it, like, put that girl's hair in a braid or something. Because it's just, I'm just thinking about caring for that little girl's hair. And now, all I'm seeing is this little girl... I can guarantee you, if I go through my shorts on my phone, you know, like the short form content on between Instagram, between YouTube shorts and TikTok and all that crap, that little girl will be dancing on my screen, and I will let it play out several times because she's so fucking adorable to me now. I haven't even played the game yet, and I'm getting suckered into it. There is a push, okay? The declining birth rates now has gaming companies pushing to be like, hey, look at how cute your future baby will be. Look how cute your little girl will be. Don't you want to spoil your child? Propaganda. This propaganda.
Blade Zero in passing at a hotel. And we knew immediately that this game had incredible potential. Look forward to more details in a gameplay and story deep dive coming later this summer.
So it's just like, oh my gosh, just...
Next, let's head over to the sandworm-infested sands of Arrakis in Dune Awakening.
I will watch the Dune movies. I don't think I want to play the Dune games. Does that sound weird? Like, there's some media that it's very much some I only want to enjoy it in a movie. Others I only want to enjoy it as a book or a manga or movie. Other things, give it to me in the anime form. Like, there's some that is just like media locked for me, if that makes sense. So like, I'll watch the Dune movies. I don't think I want to play the Dune games.
By unlocking
let me catch up.
Of the Fremen.
Okay. So
along the way, you'll discover new technologies, gadgets and weaponry.
So
and build a
I
base of
am
operations that
becoming
will grow and
endeared
expand as
to
you progress
the
towards
idea
power
of
and
having a little
Pursue the
kid in
path
your
of the Bene
adventure,
Gesserit,
you know, something to fight for kind of
Swordmaster,
thing. I'm just trying not to buy
Trooper,
into
or
the
Mentat,
propaganda.
and master anything from mind control to
But yeah,
brutal
so it's just
hand-to-hand
like
combat. In Dune Awakening, you
now
can
this might
choose
be
to play with your friends
okay,
or
we actually
alone in
don't
a
care
brand
much
new
about Dune.
single-player.
So we're just gonna like mute that for a bit. But like, I would be okay with kids popping up in other franchises that I enjoy. Like, I'm not going to lie. I want more Marlene and I want Denzel, I'm sorry. It's spelled Denzel, I'm sorry. But I want more Denzel. I want my Clody babies. If they showed up as like an epilogue final chapter to the entire compilation of Final Fantasy VII, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad. Like, I am okay with Munchkins popping up as an epilogue thing. I don't think I actually, with few exceptions, I don't actually think I want the children. You know what? I'm not going to kink shame anybody. But you are absolutely correct, Park Bench. Hi. You're a new face here. Hello. How you doing? But yes, there are people that
Edition Remastered launches later this
So-
year. Pre-orders start today.
We have monster fuckers.
From the
And then
award-winning
we
studio
have-
behind the Ori series comes a bold new
Can I
vision
put
for
it in?
action RPGs.
People. I'm not gonna kink
No
shame,
Rest for the Wicked is a brutal Souls-like.
I'm not
built
gonna kink
around
shame,
skill,
but
consequence,
I have
and
no
precision
problem
combat.
believing that
Step
there is
into a
probably
living,
a
hand-painted
marital
world you can
aid
explore
in the
alone,
shape of one of
or
those
share with
worms.
friends in your own
Would not
persistent
doubt it.
realm. A world
And-
that
and-
evolves
and-
even when you're offline.
Not
The
for
highly
me,
anticipated
but
full
I would
1.0
absolutely buy that
release
as a gag
expands
gift for some of my guy friends because we're weird
A
that way.
massive world,
But like,
deep
I do
class
not
and
doubt
progression
it.
system, and hundreds of hours of content.
Yes, monster
including
fuckers,
endgame,
okay? Because
all
like
with full
Predator from the
crossplay
Predator
and
movies
crossing.
can get it. I don't care who clips
No
this
Rest for the
and
Wicked
blasts me
launches on
online.
PS5 this October
Predator can get it.
and is available to wish
Predator
list
can
now.
get it. Okay, hang on. We have an incoming.
Up
Hear me
next,
out. I'm
let's
ready.
check in with Capcom for an update on
I'm ready.
Onimusha: Way of the
Okay, I'm
Sword.
ready. Because you,
Does it matter?
Vincent's demons, all of them, all of them can get it. I don't care who knows. All of them. Kimari from Final Fantasy X and X-2 can get it.
That castle on the mountain.
So like, there are some monsters that Pyramid Head. Does he count as a monster? Or I mean, like, what do you technically count within the monster fucker category? Yes. And I need some of those gargoyles in a way that is concerning to feminism, okay? Because I don't even remember their fucking names. No, I do remember the names. Goliath can get it, okay? He can get it. Same thing with the female one. Oh my gosh, I forgot their names. I haven't watched it in ages, but they can get it.
Witness my might!
So, like,
If you live by the sword,
can you tell I'm a monster fucker? I'm sorry, like, if there's some sentience, I'd hit that.
will you swap the sword for a trowel?
But yes, Pyramid Head is terrifying to me, but I would hit that.
What then? Are you going to start
Okay, so the only time I would be like, hey, don't go announcing online because we live in a very puritanical society. Don't go announcing that you had a crush on Kovu from Lion King 2, okay? Because even though he did awaken some things in some peoples, don't go announcing that online. Oh, Damon, thank you. Thank you. You know what? Yes, werewolves too. But that's why we have so many werewolves in dark romances and fantasy romances and urban romances.
Then get going.
Like,
Onimusha.
okay, Park Bench, you started this. I demand that you give me a like, a subscribe, and a follow, whichever one you're on, because you started this. This is for you. But like, I'm sorry.
We can't wait to get our
Just-
hands on
just-
Onimusha: Way of the Sword this September.
I'm
But
a monster
You
fucker.
won't have
I
to
can't
wait
help
long
it.
to try it yourself. Here's one more update from the Onimusha team.
Right? Chernobog. So, hear me out about Chernobog. I was not interested in Chernobog, but for like, ever since I was knee-high as the grass is tall when I first watched the movie, I used to do the look at my nails thing that he does. I loved Chernobog, but I didn't, I think it was so prepubescent when I first watched him, my brain just didn't like compute. But yeah. But if he spoke and had like a really deep voice, I can talk today, then I think that would be the addendum to that statement. I am glad I wasn't paying attention because I would have jumped out of my skin for that. But yes. That's why I left Twitter. The Puritans and the holier than thou people are making it so unfun to enjoy fandom spaces. But yeah, like, dude. He's cute.
Hey, who's there?
You leave him alone. He's cute. I like him. Okay.
Please say something.
Okay, what are we looking at? What are we looking at?
Where did you go, Simon?
Something doesn't feel right.
Okay. I will absolutely watch House of Mouse just to hear him speak. Absolutely. Hands down. No questions asked. I have a thing for voices, and if you have a sexy voice, I'm done. Yes. So, this is for you, Rydia.
Zoe?
I will watch you play it with all the lights on and a Disney movie playing in the background.
Zoe?
Sully from Monsters Inc. You know what? I actually kind of agree. Because the thing, funny enough, I was like, I do like the big burly nurturing that he's got going on. I do, that does do it for me. Like, so, you know what? I'm going to agree with you on Sully. I'm going to agree with you there. So, like, hang on a second, let me catch up. But yeah, so no, we're good. But yeah, so yeah, and that's just, like, I'm at a stage in my life where I'm not interested if he's not daddy. Okay, and not daddy my dad, obviously. Like, I'm putting that addendum because puritans. But yeah, like, if he's not daddy, I'm not interested. If she's not mommy, I'm not interested.
The target is the front gate of the capital of our
Though
homeland.
I think
The
I'm a
Federation
little
of
bit more
Central Asia.
lenient as far as women
We
are
will
concerned
storm
because
from
I
the
enjoy
sea and
women,
take
whereas
the
I have a
capital back
higher
from our
metric for
enemy.
men, I've noticed. He's got to be daddy, whereas she just needs to bat her lashes in my direction. Okay, so
People
this...
left behind back on the continent
What's this
need
one?
something to hold on to.
What's
Some
this
sort
one?
of symbol that inspires hope.
We will be in visual range of the land battleship soon.
Okay, so this actually looks like something I would get for my dad. What's this one?
Enemy artillery intensifying. Damn it. Where's wings when you actually need it? All units return to base.
Where are you going?
I'm... My dad has like an actual like simulator for like
That's where the
flights and
wings
stuff
of
like that
Phoenix
because he used to be a pilot when he was Coast
Legendary
Guard.
savior.
When he was in the military, like
Dee
he
wants
Coast
the
Guard, and
legendary
I think he was
savior
in
to get
another
as
branch.
much
My brain is
publicity
not
as possible.
fully pulling it up.
More
But yeah,
exposure.
he does the whole flight simulators with like all the bits and bobs and everything. So if it's compatible with this game, then I'm gonna get it for him. I hopefully have an answer for you, Rydia.
The wings of thieves.
Go ahead,
No
shoot.
harm will come to you. Hands to the sky, everyone. Hope is within reach.
The terminus fingers.
What, the imposter?
Let's see.
Sharing information isn't always about telling people the truth.
Hope's all we can offer, right, Joker One?
It's an ambush. Shadows.
Just as planned. We dangled the bait and wings took it.
We'll find out soon enough.
Would you please?
Green fight, defensive maneuver.
Okay, I'm gonna be right back while you ask your question. I need more caffeine. I am barely functioning as a human right now.
You never ran away, did you?
Here we go, Rex.
Come on, Ray.
Let's go, Rex.
These skies belong to you, Rex. Go take what's yours.
Okay. Oh, present. Hi. I like presents. I love presents.
こんにちは
Hang on.
エースコマットシリーズブランドディレクターの河野ですお待たせいたしました
Okay,
エ
what
ース
year
コマ
do
ッ
you
ト
go
8
into?
ウ
Oh,
ィン
you're
グ
the
ス
top
オ
one.
ブ
So
シ
you
ー
go
ブの
into
発
this
売
year.
日は2026年10月2日アーリーアクセスは9月29日になります今回の映像では
These are like crack for me. Like, I'm not sponsored or anything, but I absolutely love
意味を持
these.
たせて約2分にギュッと詰め込んでいます
I get my caffeine fix without, you know, all the calories. Because I need to shape up for my Japan trip. Okay. DMs. Ooh, notifications. Money's on the way. Hang on.
こちらの映像をご覧ください
Do-do-do-do.
Did you know there are 3 kind of aces?
Yes, thank you. I'm gonna look at it when this is done.
今回エースコンバット8ウィングスオブシーブにはダウンロード版はプレイオーダー特典としてパッケージ版には早期購入
Ace
特典
Combat
として
Zero. Okay, so we're gonna remember this one for mi
ベル
padre.
カンウォーの移植版がつくことになりました
Depending on how he's healing, because he goes into surgery on Thursday. So I'm gonna be at his house, and depending on how he's feeling, I may actually stream from his house if he needs me to hover. It really depends on if my stepmom is going to be able to come up and take over babysitting duty, because neither of us trust him to not move around and re-injure himself post-surgery. Okay. Okay, is this the, which one are you? One of the racing games, like Forza or some shit. Okay, so obviously I'm a little, so hang on, let's scooch up a little bit. We actually don't care about Forza.
Great take. Think we got it.
Alright, I don't care about Forza. I'm sorry, I'm speaking for you guys. I don't care about Forza. But this is something else. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that does look like fun. That does look like a little bit of fun. I would have fun playing this with my brother, right? This is like a play with my brother only. And if I were to do that, you would all migrate from my channel to go to him because my brother's fucking hilarious.
A beast out here? Are you drunk or something? Do him up and show him out. But he's still weak, so be careful. What's going on?
What are we looking at? Team Clout. Okay. I'm right there with you. I actually... Is it another zombie? I'm done to death with zombies, in all honesty. I'm done to death with zombies. But yeah, I don't particularly care for first person either.
You're tough.
I want to see my character.
Lively for someone who just came out of a coma.
If you want to survive, you gotta hustle.
Like, I would like some kind of subversion of the mummy trope. Or, excuse me, the mummy. I've got the mummy on the brain, I'm sorry. Of the zombie trope. Are mummies technically zombies?
I will help you, but you must not go there.
But yeah, so like,
turns out I'm a
I don't know. I can almost guarantee you. Yeah. I think it's gratuitous violence for the sake of gratuitous violence.
But death.
Which is fine. It's not necessarily for me, with exceptions. I'm not saying that I'm completely averse to blood, gore, shock value. It's just... It's overdone to a point where it's just like, okay, where's the story? I like it when it's done tastefully, or when it makes sense to the story. So it's just like, I'm good. Does that make sense? I'm good.
Something is coming. I have to go. It felt like an earthquake.
All right, so when they start chit-chatting between announcements, I'm gonna move it forward to catch up with the live, because I did pause it.
Falling off a desk.
But yeah.
The tiniest tremor before the main event.
Leaves in the wind.
Jesse. I know what they put you through. You never had a chance.
Okay.
2 days before the lockdown fell, an uncategorized residence appeared in Manhattan. As things stand right now, Dylan, you're our only shot at survival.
You are somebody, Park Bench, and you are a delight. I know we just met, but I've already decided that you're a delight.
You are not FBC.
But also know that I do go on tangents, and I do apologize.
The FBC
Thank you. I genuinely appreciate that. I did not feel very attractive, so that actually... Today was a day, so that actually makes me feel pretty good about myself. Thank you.
The past doesn't matter.
Why are you freezing? Accursed Halo, why are you freezing? Do I need to send you blankets? I'll send you blankets. Do I need to send you blankets? I will do it. I'll send you food. Why are you freezing? Okay. Okay, we're gonna catch up together. Yeah, we're gonna catch up to So more shooter games. These ones aren't for me. will forever be an RPG girly. Oh yeah, I forgot. You're on the other side of the equator. Do you still need me to send you blankets? I'll send you blankets.
Endless life.
I'll send you a blanket. I'll send you hot soup to warm you up from the inside. I'm sorry, I'm the mom friend. I am the mom friend. If you are cold or hungry and I have the means, I will send. Which is why I will never not be poor.
The dangerous and cutthroat world of Marathon expands today with its second season, Nightfall. And if you haven't checked out Marathon yet,
oh my goodness,
Bungie announced an open trial period for the launch of Season 2. You'll also be able to pick up Marathon at a discount.
Alright.
Now, let's take a look at what's coming soon to PlayStation Plus. Up first, a beloved fantasy world is finally coming to PlayStation for the first time.
Okay, which one?
RuneScape Dragon Wilds is an open-world survival
I'm actually
game
kind of
where you
excited
rise
for
from
this, not for
survivor
myself.
to Dragon Slayer.
So, like, one of my... So, Other
Play
Me,
solo
as
or
I
with
call them,
friends
because
as you
we are
explore
both named
Ashenfall,
Alex,
a beautiful, dangerous new
is a
frontier in the
RuneScape kind of dude.
universe, where power
So,
is earned and every action deepens your mastery.
I'm gonna let them know, be like, hey me.
With magic
Hey,
at
me.
your command, cross deadly
Look at the
terrain,
thing.
mass forage in
Oh, you can find
seconds,
me under Rhea
uncover
Alexander's
hidden
everywhere.
paths,
If I don't
outmatch
pop up
brutal
under
monsters.
RIA Alexander's, oh, hang on. If you look at the
stronger
screen,
master magic, melee, and
I don't know if you're
ranged
watching the
combat,
portrait or
and
the
push
horizontal,
deeper into uncharted
but
regions of
it's going to be Rhea
Build a
Alexander's
home
everywhere.
together,
If
farm
I'm
your
on
land,
it, it's Rhea
and
Alexander's.
fish the waters. Make it yours.
You're not going to see much on the Instagram. I'm very slow on that. I do sometimes post photos
RuneScape
and
Dragon
what I
Wilds
think is a
arrives
thirst
day
trap,
one
but
on PlayStation
then
Plus
they
later
don't.
this year.
I'm fluffy. It takes a while for me to put something up.
Next up, here's a preview of games coming to the Classics catalog over the next few months.
Classics catalog. We like this.
In June, battle colorful enemies with musical instruments in Guitaru Man, one of the most stylish rhythm games from the PS2 era.
Okay. I'm sorry. The only guitar anything is Guitar Hero that I want to play. I miss Guitar Hero, actually.
In July, Psyops the
Tomodachi
Mind-Gate
Legends back there
Conspiracy
wants to
joins the
call me a
Classics
special
catalog.
name.
This PS2
Okay.
action adventure mixes run-and-gun gameplay with psychic
Zach
powers.
would probably choose a nickname that is relevant to you specifically. I'm still waiting for my Tomodachi Life to be delivered, by the way. Like, I will be catching up with you guys soon. But, so...
And finally, Onimusha
like, for
Dawn of
example...
Dreams, a Capcom classic from 2006,
Huh,
launches
what
later
would
this
Zach
year
call
in
you?
August.
I'm sorry, I'm getting like... I'm drawing a blank. What would he call you? Okay, we're gonna need to crowdsource this. If Zach Fair from the Final Fantasy VII compilation was to give you a nickname, what would it be?
Haunted by dark stories. Our goal, confront
Oh, this
the
is
evil,
pretty.
corrupting paradise.
Nope, nope.
This is
Is it gone?
Dead True
It's gone?
International.
Spiders. Because, like, so Zach would also be like the honey, baby, sweetheart. But he would also have like unique nicknames.
Over! You're rotated on that one.
A for effort, dude.
Who's the buff idiot?
Does no one know this guy?
Yeah, I know. I don't do spiders. I'm sorry. Excuse me. As you all know by now,
right?
I can handle Lucas the spider, the little animated spider that's adorable, the peacock-looking spider,
Roland, whenever you're ready.
and the one that wears the dewdrops as a hat. Unless it's those three spiders.
Untold.
No.
Until
No.
now.
Okay. So we're watching teens make out. What is this, like a teen slasher fic?
Nate, are you out there?
Yep, there it is. Teen slasher.
We gotta go.
Bestie. You know what? He would definitely call people bestie. He would.
I have a bad feeling.
Let's get rid of it.
He would call people bestie and fam.
Go! He's coming! Through there.
Take a deep breath.
Okay, don't you know that in these kind of horror movies, horror anything, if you have sex, you're essentially marking yourself for death? Moron.
Can you do what needs to?
Okay, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna add Charlotte from Charlotte's Web. That one, okay, untendable. That makes sense. Charlotte from Charlotte's Web is also an exception. But yeah, I just gotta say, I just need to say this because this is something that sits in my spirit. It sits in my spirit. Can someone explain to me why the teen slasher horror movie? Because we always know that the bimbo dies because it's a punishment for her being sexually liberated, right? But if the characters have sex, they die. Did you notice that in a lot of these old slasher movies, like Nightmare on Elm Street, all those, Jason, all of them? You notice that as well? Like, what? Can someone explain to me why a lot of horror movies, especially, not so much the incel horror movies. Incel horror is a whole other genre, which I actually like incel horror because Obsession was fucking amazing. I watched it twice. But anyhow, as far as regular slasher horror movies, did you notice that it's very conservative Puritan vibes? Like the virgin is the only one that survives. Anyone else? Purity culture shows up in the weirdest places, and horror as a genre in general punishes femininity and punishes promiscuity. Usually it is the female characters that get offed because how dare you open your legs for anyone but your husband. Whereas, like, I can't be the only one that noticed that, right? That's not just me being a blue-haired liberal, hippy-dippy, feminist, pagan person. Like, okay, a cursed halo, you get it, you get it, you get it. Okay. I just had to get that off of my chest. I got enough weighing me down. I need to get things off my chest.
Creative director at Firesprite Games. And I hope you enjoyed the first look at our brand new installment
Okay,
of
we're gonna go back to live. What's this? We have, okay, Santa Monica Studio. Okay. Let's take a moment to appreciate this voice. Let's have a moment for this voice. You know I have a thing for voices.
Find your way home.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
You are free.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, we have gray skin, so God of War. Yeah, it's God of War. I'm sorry, I have a thing for voices. Like, you can be the ugliest person on the planet. If you have a good voice, you are the most attractive person to me. But anywho, so yes, it is genre specific. So I noticed that this has to do with teen slasher horror. I don't think this is a remake. This is, because we have the Munchkins here, so this is one of the sequels. But yeah, so like incel horror, which is where Obsession and movies like that appear, those ones are fucking great. I am actually finding a love for horror movies again, depending on the genre. But slasher, for the most part, it's all about punishing people for some indiscretion that people deem you deserve to die because of this, you know? Oh, okay. Okay, the one before. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Butterflies are creepier than people realize. Oh, hang on a second. Sophie? She looks like that. That's Sophie's face model.
Where am I?
What am I looking at? Are we getting the game from her perspective? I am single. I'm very single. I already love him. I don't care if he's dangerous. I love him. I want one. I want one. That is so fucking cute. I want one. Where do I get one? I want him as a stuffy. I know my bed is covered in stuffies, but there's room for one more.
Okay. Burned clothes. The pyre. It happened. They're starting on the path.
Okay, so is she on her way to hell? It's oh shit. God of War was Norse. So she would be going to hell, I believe. Hell, one L, not two L's, because even though they share a name, the Christian hell and the Norse hell are two different places. Okay. She was a giantkin? Okay. Okay. She does have a nice walk. I'm not gonna lie. I'm enjoying watching her walk. Nope. Hit the button! Hit the button! Yeah, so Hel is the goddess of the underworld. She is where, so she takes the dead that are not drafted into Odin's Valhalla, all that stuff. Like, my brother is more knowledgeable in Norse, in Norse mythology and that in the Fae. Whereas I'm more Greek and Roman, Egyptian. I am slowly learning Japanese deities also, and Aztec faith and mythology and what have you. Norse, this is all my brother. Oh my gosh, he's back. I want him. I wanted this. So cute. I'm sorry. But look at how cute it is. I just want to give it a... Oh, I want to squeeze it until it pops. He's so cute. Oh, he's so cute. Yeah, Friday the 13th, Halloween. Yeah, those movies, they there's a reason I left the genre. Oh my gosh, I'm so distracted by how cute he is. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. And the spots are my colors. It was made for me. So, I think I got a book on Norse mythology for my brother. I'll find it at some point, and I'll probably like leaf through it. Because honestly, the only one I really paid attention to was Loki. Like, Loki as a god is interesting to me.
Guess I'll find my own way from here.
Freya is also very interesting to me. Odin, I'm slowly becoming okay with Odin.
That mask.
But like, you would think that as somebody that enjoys the Marvel movies, I would be a Thor girly through and through, but I'm sorry. The Marvel movie Thor and the actual Thor, two different people. Granted, the actual Thor was able to successfully cross-dress and trick somebody into thinking that he was a bride, so almost won me over there. Yes, I absolutely want that animal as a pet. I want it as a pet. I want it as a stuffy. I want him. Or her. I'm assuming it's gender. Usually they make the animals boys. I don't know why, but I want him. I want him. I will have him. But yeah, Thor is awful. Thor has done some shit. And okay, no, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say Thor is awful, because the thing is, like, I do not want to cast judgment on a faith outside of my own. You know what I mean. But from the stories that I've heard, it does not appeal to me
The gateway is closed.
I would not be worshipping at Thor's altar. Also, unfortunately, if you see somebody wearing Thor's hammer, there's a reason why I have a knee-jerk aversion, because there is a 50-50% shot that whoever is wearing Thor's hammer is somebody not safe for somebody like me to be around. I'll probably delve into that. What are you doing to the cute fox-looking thing? All right, nope. We get to war. To war. We must protect the cute and cuddlies. To war. Sorry. I screamed in your ears. Forgive me. But anywho, if you see somebody wearing Thor's hammer, like I said, 50-50% shot that they are a really, really awesome human, or they're a neo-Nazi. Be very careful when you see Thor's hammer. And I hate the fact that I have to put that warning, but that is a very terrifying generalization. You know, that's fair. Poseidon, I think the only reason why I like Poseidon on a academic level is because he's a borrowed god, which is really fascinating because most deities are actually informed by trade routes and what have you. So Poseidon actually was imported to Greece from the Beber region of Africa. But yeah. Oh no, Florine, you are perfect. I have a potty mouth. You can say whatever you want, my dearest darling. Okay. Release my ginger. But yeah, so Poseidon, I don't fuck with Poseidon. But as far as the actual history of the deity himself is fascinating. Because he is a later addition that was imported through trade from Africa. So technically, Poseidon is African. And like I said, there's a lot of trade that went on, so you'll find that the gods informed each other. And it's very fascinating when you look at the history of it. But anywho, I have questions about your fashion sense. It's giving Egyptian vibes.
This is important to you. I wondered, do you think this could set you free?
Mm-hmm. Yes, there are different origins for a lot of these deities. And when you look at the history of society as a whole, and I mean on a global sense, it is fascinating.
I will kill you.
Oh, I like her. She's spunky.
See how hard it is to die here, Godly? I can show you.
You can't keep me here.
The gateway is closed. There is no escape.
I don't know. I am enjoying these character designs.
Truth will only make this more.
Athena fucking sucks. Like, I'm sorry. And I know I just said that I don't want to cast judgment on other people's deities and what have you, but I'm sorry. I am Team Medusa all the way. Team Medusa all the way. Justice for Medusa.
No, Betsy.
Okay, I do have one complaint about this lady's features.
Deal with our new pet.
Her features are very European inspired, and I'm sorry, if you're gonna rock Egyptian anything, there should be different features. Does that make sense? Maybe that's me being nitpicky. That's me being nitpicky. Hey, you leave her alone. I will fight you. Okay, Okay, I might actually play this game because I must avenge the cute animals and I must get her revenge. I need to get justice for this lady. How dare he grab her by the neck? Sure, yeah, I'll check. But yeah, nah, I've got like, no.
Okay. I think they're gone.
They did. I do remember them saying that. So I just hope that they...
Fresh air. Oh, you're different.
You're a cube.
I'm sorry.
You know what? It doesn't matter. How do we get out of here?
Is that a slime?
Yeah, we've tried. There's no way out.
And you're a talking sword.
I'm sorry, is that a slime?
I'm the ribbons, obviously.
A sentient
And my
slime?
name is Rue. The cube is Frank.
Sentient goo?
I'm Faye.
I'm sorry.
There has to be a way out of here.
The Dungeons and Dragons girly is having a moment.
But you're not even all here.
Of course I'm not here. I'm dead.
You have to be dead to come through the gateway.
It's like you're holding something back.
This isn't working.
I'm having a moment.
Where are we anyway?
So, roll for initiative, everybody.
I call it the everyone.
Afterlife of the gods.
Oh my goodness.
So, what's the plan, boss?
Not your boss, Frank.
Oh no, no. You could never catch me in Illinois. Absolutely not.
That's why you're trapped.
Yeah. Wait, you made that big explosion happen, right? Could you do that again?
I imagine.
You know,
Wrong.
Hi, Tana. This is the God of War, but it's from the perspective of wifey.
One out, right?
So, like, I'm kind of digging it. And I'm not a big God of War girly.
Faye, you need to accept it. All of it.
Faye, that's her name. That's her fucking
You're
name.
dead.
How? How do
So
I
it's just like,
Simple. Focus. You're here.
I'm sorry. I'm struggling to look at this cube and not think Dungeons and Dragons and.
But what if I need to be somewhere else?
Then focus on what you do need.
I think I would have preferred if they didn't go the typical English accent route. Though you're right, you mentioned Kiwi accent. I think I would have preferred it if they.
What were you thinking of?
What would be a better accent to have?
Okay.
I think
we'll take it.
I think an
Now let's
Irish
get out of
or
here.
Scottish accent would be better, given the fact that regionally, that's where most of the Norse were settled,
Wait, not a good idea.
or at least
Bad
where they were
idea.
less. I'm talking out of my ass. I'm not entirely sure. I will do research because now the history and mythology buff in me has awakened, and I want to jump down a rabbit hole.
Kratos.
No, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. That's not your man.
Kratos.
That's not your man. I think I want to play this one also. And I don't even fucking like God of War. Like, as far as the game goes, I don't like the games. I think I want to play this one. What the fuck is going on? Okay, so Denmark. Yeah, you know what? I agree with you, Chris Halo.
Rue?
All right, so I think
give her
I'm
the sword.
mixing. No, yeah, I'm mixing Celtic
How do I know I
and
can trust
Norse.
her?
Yes, I say it Celtic, not Celtic.
Give it back.
I'm sorry, Celtic sounds weird to me. Why is there a cube? Why is the cube your companion?
Take it.
Yes, you do hire the Mikkelsons and Skarsgards of the world because they are perfect. They are perfect. Hire them for everything. Okay, I'm sorry. This game is actually, it's actually doing it for me. It's actually doing it for me. I actually want to play this one.
Get out of here!
Not until I get you out.
I don't need help.
Here we go, coming up behind.
I want to play this one. They do cost a lot of money, but I'm sure that if you were be like, hey, look at this game, and just like dangle it in front of one of their faces, I'm sure one of them is a gamer. They will jump. Yeah, Celtic. Celtic sounds better. It just sounds better. I think it's actually like the first gameplay. So this is like when you because we saw at the start of this that it was just like start to play. So this is like the I guess the preliminary levels and stuff.
Fine, but lady, that sword.
Yes,
more than you
every
think it is.
Skarsgård brother. Oh, it's a nice try. But yeah, like every single one of them, it would be perfect. Be like, hey, do you want to have your voice in the God of War game? Do you know how many voice actors will work for cheap if they love the franchise enough? Check out friggin' Hell of a Boss. Okay, check out Hell of a Boss. Check out some of those voice actors. They do it for the love of the game, not because they're actually getting paid. Okay, I want to play this one. I do want to play this one. I will suck at it, but I want to play it. Hey, you leave her alone.
I will rend you thread by thread.
Is he an Ifrit? Ifrit?
You don't
Sorry.
know what you will.
Because if it's Egyptian mythology, Ifrit, they are, or the Egyptian version of the Ifrit is born from the first blood spilt of a murder victim, and they are essentially spirits of vengeance for said lost life. Well, so the lady that flew off on the Sphinx-looking thing, that was definitely, or I'm sorry, she was definitely Egyptian-inspired. Whereas this entity here, I don't know, but that's why I'm thinking it might be an Ifrit, because they are underworldly entities born from murder victims' blood and all that. And they are fiery spirits, just like the Final Fantasy summon. Actually, most RPG summons, because they show up in multiple places. They're not necessarily evil, but they're not necessarily good. One of the reasons why I don't play God of War is because it demonizes other people's religions. It doesn't sit well with me. I mean, I might. For this game, I might like consider it, right? But I don't know. I may give God of War a try in general, but I'm definitely going to be playing this one because I like her. Like, I like her. Oh, Laffy? LaFay? However the fuck you pronounce that. I'll play this one. I'll definitely play this one. I'll play this one with a smile on my face. Hi, pretty. Just checking, making sure that we're still live. I don't know if that's her name. I don't know. All I know is I'm here for it. Like, I want to play that one. And this is coming from somebody that has an aversion to the God of War franchise. Yep, Friday. It's absolutely going to be Friday. I'm speaking it into the universe. But if not, then you will get to see the Harley Quinn makeup again. Because, you know what? I might just do the Harley Quinn makeup just for love of the game. I really like how that look came out. I'm gonna do that. But I don't know, like, I think and I hate saying it because I feel like a hypocrite, but I'm gonna give God of War a try. Not. Mhm. Oh, absolutely. Like, I will be absolutely unladylike when part 3 is announced. And hang on, let me switch to just chatting. Hi again. Let me put some music on. Espérate un momentito, por favor. Okay, I'm gonna evict you. We don't need you. And we're gonna put music back on because I can. I can. Okay, so we're gonna play you. Okay, I will absolutely watch my present because I need to know what his voice sounds like. But yeah, so I'm giving in. I'm gonna give at least that God of War game a try. I will know by the end of it whether or not it's gonna like bother me or not. And I know it's silly. Like, yes, I'm hippy dippy pagan. And I understand that we all need to be able to poke fun at religion and what have you as part of the I don't want to say consumption, but part of like understanding something means that you need to be able to crack a joke about it with understanding of the source of the faith of what have you. Good night, Florine. Good night, Chris Halo. I will definitely enjoy the rest of my evening. Hi, Juncy. But yeah, so part of why I didn't like God of War is because it was a little bit triggering, because I left the Christian faith, for example. Like my dad is a devout Southern Baptist. No, I should say he's a devout Jamaican Christian. He's very religious. And there's religious trauma there. So while I am tolerant of it, he's of the mindset that every other faith is evil, this, that, and the other. And I that's triggering to me. So I don't like it when Christians, especially because as the dominant religion within the United States, it feels very much like punching down. I don't like that. So that's part of why, oh good, you're still here, yay. But that's part of why I don't particularly care for the God of War series. It's part of why I actually stopped watching Supernatural for a while. The only reason I went back into Supernatural was because of the Scooby-Doo episode. And it's just like, I couldn't just skip entire seasons. I had to watch all the way through. And even though it demonized other people's religions, I have a problem with that. Especially when the most or the largest religious demographic is punching down on others, which is what that's why I don't really fuck with God of War. But again, I lost. I'm giving in. Okay, why is chat showing up on one side but not the other? Give me a second. I'm going to do some things. Okay, so we're gonna... Okay, so I'm gonna like move you over here. Sorry, I'm playing with things. And then we are going to make you available for both, and then I'm gonna shrink you down. Sorry, I am doing things. I'm doing things. So we're gonna do this here, and then we're gonna do this because I worked very hard on this frickin' overlay. I want to make sure that it looks right. So, and then we're gonna do this. Okay. All right. Stop snapping. Fuck it. It's fine right there where it is. Okay. So yeah. Alrighty. Good. So, as far as the games that we saw popping up, I don't care about Wolverine. I am strictly a Marvel movie girly. I don't particularly... Of the bins of comics that I have, I don't have a lot in the way of Marvel comics. I am a Marvel movie girly. But I'm more of a DC comic girly. However, I am participating in the current DC boycott because it's been, 1,200 days since we've had a mainline title with a black character, and you have all of these black heroes, and yet you can't have a fucking comic, an ongoing comic. Give me Static Shock back, okay? Give me Static Shock. Give me Vixen. I don't give a fuck. Give me somebody. A mainline comic. Sorry. More educated people on the topic will probably pop up on your timelines. But yes, I'm participating in that boycott. I have not bought a I forgot the boycott's name. I'll pull it up. Where I have not bought any DC comics in a while, and it is kind of killing me. Okay, what is it? What was it called? Okay, DC So White. Yeah, I'm participating in the DC So White, and I have a lot of DC comics. I have a lot of their comics. A shameful amount that you would not expect from somebody who looks like me. But yeah, that is definitely a thing. But yeah, don't really care about Wolverine. Don't really care about the fighting game that came out. Not for me. But there were a couple of gems in there. Obviously, Tomb Raider was announced. Oh my gosh. Hang on one second. Tana, you still here? Hang on one second. Let me make sure because hang on one second. Okay. But yeah. Oh my gosh. Tana. Yeah. No. The horror games are not for me. I'm going to leave that to you, Jency. If you decide you want to stream it, I'll watch you play. It's not for me. Not for me. I am a shameless coward. Now, that's not to say I would completely not watch or engage in horror as a genre, because as you got, Obsession was a fucking phenomenal movie. I loved every second of that movie. I watched it twice. It was so good. Hang on one second. Let me, because I think Tana left already. I have to let her know because she has to say the things, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say the things. Hang on a second. Okay, hang on a second. Okay. I asked her because I get to know things, and I don't know if I'm allowed to share the things that I know. But yeah. Okay. Okay, so that is a superpower. If you do stream, let me know and I will announce the fuck out of it. I will announce the fuck out of it because I believe in small creators supporting each other. I will definitely be like, hey people, hey family, my cuddlefish, they're doing the thing. And also you need to like show people how to like make everybody survive, because that is a thing. But yes, of course, you know me, I am a support everybody kind of girly, or at least I try to be. I aspire to be that person. So like I am trying to be a supportive person. I take my fandom auntie status very seriously. But it's just like we gotta help each other out, you know, like I was originally some of my old streaming friends, which things happened, like I miss that community of hyping each other up, you know. I do miss that. So it's just like I want to create a space where we all support and uplift each other. And even when we have our moments of negativity, it's done in a way that it's not to hurt others. Like I want to create that, you know? Does that make sense? So it's just like, if any of you decide, hey, I want to stream, let me know. I will advertise the fuck out of it. You want an overlay? I got you, boo. I got you, boo. Okay, that's fair. But if you do, like record that shit. Record that shit. Okay, so the key to helping everyone survive in a supermassive game is to use common sense, but common sense is not so common, especially in like a high stress situation and reaction time. Yes, you know what? I actually had this conversation with my brother. And it's just like one of the reasons why survival horror as a genre, which usually includes like sci-fi, like the Alien movies and what have you, survival horror, I get so frustrated because half the time people die because they're being stupid. Like, I enjoy the versions of these stories where there are no good options, but they're doing the best they can, and you can understand logically why each character made the decision that they did, right? So, and yes, even though the logical thing would be don't put yourself into this situation altogether, sometimes you can't help it. Things happen. Life happens, right? So it's just like, if they are all making making rational decisions, then I like it. But you'll find that there's so many instances where it's just like, are people really this stupid? Are people really this stupid? Okay, I just got permission. So Tana actually applied or actually auditioned for the new Tomb Raider game, and I got to like help with her line reads and stuff. I was so mad when she didn't get the part though. I was so mad. I wanted her to get the part. I wanted it so bad. I wanted her to show up in a Tomb Raider game. So like, so I knew about a lot of the stuff going on for Tomb Raider simply by virtue of being, helpful. Because again, I believe in supporting friends, and part of that is I will do line reads and stuff with you. I will be your hype woman. I will like help you with clothes, hair, makeup. I will do all the things because I want people to succeed. And she didn't get the role, and I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm still gonna play the game though. I'm not that mad. Because I am an extremely opinionated person. Extremely opinionated. If I decide I'm gonna boycott something, I will. I have not. Let me give you an example. I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yes, to those of you that follow my TikTok, I have talked about it ad nauseum. I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. Zutara for life. I will not give them any more of my money. I will not give them any of my views, which will convert into money because of the stunt that Bryke pulled. I believe strongly in redemption and people growing from past mistakes. However, if I don't see any evidence of growth, I'm going to hold you accountable for all the shit you did. And Bryke, they go out of their way to mock and insult children. And the fact that they pulled that shit at San Diego Comic-Con way back when, as soon as I learned about that, I haven't bought anything of theirs. If I got anything Zuko or Katara related, it's through somebody else. Like my Zutara shirt, I got that directly from Dante Bosco. I will not give Bryke any of my money. Absolutely not. Because I do not believe in being cruel, unnecessarily cruel to children. Like that is my hard line in the sand. Do not. Huh? Okay, so what happened? Oh, okay. So for those who don't know, and so this is going to be a little bit of a lore dump when it comes to Bryke. Brian and Mike, who are the creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender. So a while ago, over a decade ago, it's been a while, and I'm holding a grudge. So at San Diego Comic-Con, they were talking about book 4. And what they did was they took a lot of fan art from their fans, which legally they're allowed to do without permission. It is their IP. They can take the art and do with it as they please. Like legally they're allowed to do this. So I want to impress upon you that the understanding that if you make fan art, the IP holder can do whatever the fuck they want with it, regardless of whether or not it's in the positive or negative. I want to impress this on you because this happened in the Winx Club fandom also. But anywho, so Bryke decided to take that fan art and add voiceover to it. And through the voiceover, keep in mind that this art was created by teenagers, mostly teenage girls, but this was made by teenagers. They took all the Zutara art and basically mocked and insulted everyone in the room. And I think there were like old recordings of it. Like the room went quiet when this was happening. Some people walked out, I believe. But yeah, I'm saying that, oh, if you like Zutara or this, that, and the other, then you're going to essentially suffer in life, and how like you're never going to find love and this, that, and the other. Basically attacking and mocking and insulting a room of teenagers. Teenage girls mostly. And it's just like, I have a problem with that. Because of, like we all have our opinions about shipping and what have you. But as the creator, as somebody who is a voice of authority within this, because this is their IP. They created Avatar: The Last Airbender. The entire Avatar world, they created it. They, as the accountable and culpable party, and obviously these are children. I don't care if you don't like the ship. You don't go mocking and insulting children. And ever since I learned that they did that, I haven't supported. They have not received a dime from me. Not a dime. But in addition to that, recent interviews have made it so much worse. Like, they made it so much worse. So, in addition to the insulting and mocking of their fans, of teenagers that have put hours upon hours of time and effort in showing their love for this IP, only to get mocked and insulted for it. We also learn that they actually admitted, I can even share the links to these interviews, that that Katara is essentially supposed to be a stand-in for their babysitter kink, because Katara is the babysitter, and they wanted the boy who had a crush on his babysitter to finally get the babysitter afterwards. And then we have another producer that is saying, so in the season 2 finale, Katara offers to cure Zuko or heal Zuko's scar. And the producer likened the spirit water to Katara's virginity, saying that, oh, we wanted, like, it's a good thing she didn't give her virginity to Zuko because Aang deserves her virginity. That's essentially what they were saying. They said it with their full chest. Like, you can listen to these interviews, and it's just like, they're not getting another dime from me. Not another dime. Because that is disgusting. That is disgusting. And I'm sorry. The way that they treated Katara throughout the compilation, if it weren't for the outside crap going on, I would still like it. I would still consume the franchise. Like, I would still watch the shows, buy the movie, all of that good stuff, right? But the fact that Katara was stripped of everything that made her beloved, so that she could be essentially Aang's broodmare. And I know people get offended when Zutara especially say that Katara was essentially reduced to Aang's bangmaid. That is essentially what they did. There are no accolades. Like, everybody else has statues and has their accolades being remembered. So why is it that her own son says, oh, the Avatar and his friends ended the war? I'm sorry, one of those friends is your fucking mother. One of those friends is your uncle. Sorry, I get heated about it. Like, unfortunately, I've been doing a lot of doom scrolling and dopamine mining, so this all popped up on my feed, so. But yeah, so when you look at what they've done to Katara especially, and how gross their mentality is outside of the work, it really tarnishes it for me. So I have my fond memories. I engage with fan works, and I engage in, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like the Zuko Thirst edits, I saved them all. I saved every single one of them. I'm sorry, that man can get it. My crush on Zuko has come back with a fiery fucking vengeance. And I know the movie leaked. I mean, theoretically, I could watch the movie, and it would not line Bryke's pockets, right? So technically it would not go against my boycott. But I'm sorry, like they shove Katang as a ship down your throat, and all the other characters barely have any interactions. Like they've all been gutted to a point where it's just very pretty to look at. I mean, if you were to, nobody has talked about the plot at all. Honestly, you're only going to see thirst edits because it is a very pretty movie that was leaked. It's very pretty, but there's nothing of substance. And I have beef with that. But then when you think about it, the main writers, the main episode writers outside of Bright, I forgot their names, I'm sorry. They never came back. Like, they didn't come back for Korra. They didn't come back for the movie or anything like that. They left. And I'm like, you know what? I get it. They dipped. And the franchise has suffered since. Like, they have suffered since. But yeah, so I don't even remember what started this tangent. But yeah, no, I do remember. So pivoting back to God of War. Part of why I refuse to play it is because of how it punches down and demonizes other people's faith. I don't like that. Part of why I love Supernatural. And the thing is, oh yes, you can absolutely clip away, my dearest darling. There is nothing on this stream that is off limits. So I think part of it is that people turn up their nose when somebody's like, oh, I'm boycotting this. And it's just like, oh, you're throwing a tantrum. But it's like, no, like if you have convictions, if you feel strongly about something, like for example, I feel, like I said, I feel very strongly about doing harm against children. That's something I cannot forgive. I can't do it. Especially if I don't see any change in your personality or in your actions in the time since, right? I cannot support somebody who would do that. I cannot support somebody or a franchise or anything that would demonize another culture, another faith, another religion, and so on. I can't do it. I can't do it. And I mean, another example, I love Disturbed. I used to listen to them religiously. I loved Disturbed. Their cover of The Sound of Silence will bring tears to your eyes. Absolutely beautiful. When I saw the photo of David, the lead singer from Disturbed, signing one of the bombs that was later dropped on Gaza, I have not listened to Disturbed ever since. If they pop up on my playlist for whatever reason, skip. I will not go to any of their concerts. I won't listen to any of their movies, listen to any of their music. Hell, I watched Queen of the Damned not that long ago. Guess what? I skipped over his song. And when you believe in something strongly, unfortunately, that sometimes does mean that you have to put it down. And you can love something and have fond memories, but still back away. And sticking to your sticking to your convictions sometimes means that you have to sacrifice something, and it's difficult. Because I like listening to Disturbed. Part of me does miss Harry Potter. I mean, not enough to, like part of me misses Avatar: Last Airbender. But I cannot support these people. And yes, one is not like the others. J.K. Rowling and Disturbed did arguably worse than Bright did. But for my own principles, I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with any of them. I don't do it. But I may give in to God of War because it looks, at least from what I've seen, it looks like it's getting better. Not all the deities are being demonized to filth. But I'm not entirely sure. So it's just like, and I don't like it. Like, I can understand it if it's like a product of its time. Like, I still watch The Mummy, even though Anubis is demonized, because they make Anubis the essentially source of the evil, and it's just like, no. Anubis he's a good guy. Like, but you'll find that modern interpretations of Anubis is actually a positive depiction. They don't demonize him. So I cannot watch any modern depictions of Anubis, or Hades even, where they demonize them. And it's just like, we know better now. We know better. So why are you going to demonize somebody else's deity, somebody else's faith? Because you want to liken and compare them to Lucifer from the Christian mythology. And even then, Lucifer is essentially a ripoff of Aesphorus. I forgot what his Roman name was, the Morning Star. And it's just like, what right do you have to take somebody else's religion and make it all evil? You know what I mean? I apologize. I do get on my soapbox often. I have opinions, and you guys are here, so clearly you want to hear my opinion on some of these things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will absolutely, like, J.K. Rowling were to be right in front of me, she wouldn't be in front of me for very long. That woman absolutely disgusts me, and she will not get any of my money. In fact, I went to Epic Universe, for example, and unfortunately, they do have a Harry Potter section. I didn't buy anything from there. We actually went elsewhere so that we could eat, because, like, I refused. I mean, yes, she already made her money, and it's stupid. But no, I will absolutely not give that woman any of my money, even on principle, or like, even if it's like a pseudo kind of thing. And that's not to say that I will never go to Epic Universe, but the fact remains that I will not support anything to do with Harry Potter. I won't do it. And any picture that I have from Epic Universe, I will not post anything from that section of the park. And that's kind of like my compromise, so I can still spend the time with my family. And then I just like circumvent anything to do with Harry Potter. Will not do it. There are some anime, like Rurouni Kenshin, will not. I threw out my wall scrolls, because that pedophile will not get a red cent out of my pocket. I will not watch it. I will not read it. I won't even pirate it. Will not give that man any of my money, because he was arrested with enough CP that they thought he was a distributor. And Oda, the writer for One Piece, supported this man. I don't fuck with One Piece either. Now, I'm less strict on One Piece. I'll probably watch the live action because I want to support having a multicultural project, and I love that more than I hate what Oda has done in this context. But if there are some things that if it involves children, absolutely not. That is the end for me. So the writer for Rurouni Kenshin, the mangaka, was arrested, I want to say 5 or so years ago, because they had an entire wall's worth of DVDs of CP with I'm not talking hentai like Boku no Pico or some shit. No, actual CP with real children. Yeah, they were arrested for that, and they got out. And they still have work. They still benefit from sales on Rurouni Kenshin. The remake they still make money. There is no separating the art from the artist in this. You cannot separate art from the artist when the artist is still alive to benefit from your support. Exactly. Female shonen mangaka, like, honestly, I think so there was one mangaka that got into legal trouble over some stupid shit. And it's just like, you know what? That's fine. I don't care. You fucked up on filing your taxes. Everybody has fucked up at some point. So, like, I'm not going to, like, crucify you for that, right? I just can't remember. Oh, it was the mangaka for Apothecary Diaries got in trouble because they did their taxes wrong. And they owed a lot of money in taxes, which is just like, that's fine. That's fine. I don't care. That I don't care about. But yeah, no, the mangaka for Kenshin is still, he's fine. He actually got an entire wall in one of Tokyo's subways of the different mangaka from Shonen Jump celebrating his release from prison. Not all of them participated, but Oda sure as fuck did. The manga Oda is the mangaka for One Piece. He did. So yeah, I'm a very opinionated person, and I do my best to stick to my convictions even when it's hard. That is me tooting my own horn. That is something that I'm very I have very strong opinions about. I do not, and I think what it ultimately boils down to is I have no forgiveness in my heart for somebody else who does harm against children. And like, I don't care what you're into in fiction or what have you. Do not touch real children. Do not touch them. Do not cause them harm. Kubo, let me double check. Hang on a second. Mouse, wake up. Okay. Kubo. Hey, on a second. I'm doing my research. Yes, so Kubo refused to support or associate with Nobuhiro Watsuki. I probably butchered the pronunciation of their names. I have to get back to my Japanese classes or Japanese lessons. But yeah, he is actually on record like refusing to do so. So Kubo is good. He like we good with Kubo. But yeah. So the writer for Rurouni Kenshin is Nobuhiro Watsuki. Hang on, I'm gonna copy and paste and put it in the chat. So it's easy to search them up. And Oda got their start, if I remember correctly. Oda, who is the mangaka for One Piece, actually was part of Nobuhiro's team, as far as like, you know how a lot of mangaka have like teams to help them with making the art and what have you, and so that they can meet the ridiculously strict deadlines in order to post for the weekly editorials. But I mean, obviously you don't always know what's in somebody else's closet, right? So like, I won't fault you for just working with someone, because there's no guarantee that you know. We don't always know, because a lot of monsters in society, I should say, a lot of villains, a lot of murderers, rapists, what have you, they look normal. That's how they're able to succeed in their crimes. They look and act normally. So a lot of people that are in their lives, they don't always know. It's not like they have a neon sign across their face saying, hey, I'm a predator. But once you learn of their discretions, of their crimes, that's when you should just like, bye. Chris Brown. We all know that Chris Brown is a fucking piece of shit. And yet people still listen to his music? No. Like, I don't listen to anything with Chris Brown, for example. R. Kelly, don't listen to anything of his. I don't care. I know their music has some cultural impact. I don't care. I'm not listening to it. Until recently, I didn't listen to Michael Jackson anymore. And now that, but I will say on the case of Michael Jackson, it is believed that it was probably a frame job with the Epstein files, because Anyhow, a lot of topics that YouTube will demonetize me for, but I'm not monetized yet, so I can say whatever the fuck I want. Oh, hang on a second. Sorry, my playlist stopped. We're gonna add more music to the playlist for while we're streaming, but we're gonna start it over again. Exactly. So, and I'm going to say this as carefully as I can, because again, people have different lines in the sand. People have different lived experiences. I want to preface the following statement with that. However, nobody wants. Generally speaking, nobody wants to do something that is going to make their lives difficult. We are all struggling with life. We want to keep the things that make us happy. Hi, Chasandy. But we like, for example, people that don't give up Harry Potter is because there's nostalgia and there is joy in the franchise. And I can understand that. I do genuinely understand that. However, with that being said, there is no way to support the franchise without supporting J.K. Rowling, who has vocally, with her full chest, said that all proceeds from the Harry Potter franchise is going to continue to her lobbying against trans rights. There is no way to separate Harry Potter from her. Not possible. It is not possible. So people have to reconcile within themselves. Do I keep this thing that I love, that brings me joy, knowing that my enjoyment of this IP, of this whatever, causes direct, irreparable harm to another group of people? And there are people that need to reconcile this. And so a lot of people will say separate art from the artist, because that is a cop-out. And I know that sounds a very harsh statement. So I'm trying to temper what I'm saying, because my standard for myself doesn't have to be the standard for somebody else. We all have different lines in the sand. But there is no way to separate it. There's no way. Especially when they are alive to make money off of it. And saying separating art from the artist is so that people can keep what they like and not have to weigh their guilt. Because just by virtue of saying separating art from the artist, it is to absolve themselves of guilt. Because people do feel guilty. And yes, there are people that don't care about trans rights. To those people, it's like, hey, you do you, boo-boo, but don't come into the same room as me. I do not respect you. Because you have absolutely no right to deny somebody else their liberty, their freedoms, and their autonomy. Anybody should be allowed to live their authentic self as long as it does no harm to somebody else. You know what I mean? So it is people people don't want to sacrifice what makes them happy, because the world is hard and we want to be happy. I love Final Fantasy. Love the franchise. If I find out tomorrow that Nojima was a rapist, I would drop it. I would absolutely drop the series. I would drop the entire franchise. And if I saw his name on any project, I would not support it. Everybody else already got paid. So, like, everybody that worked on the project, they already got paid. So my refusing to contribute, it's not like they're going to get residuals. So, good night. Good night. What book? But yeah, so it's just like, I can understand where people are coming from. Because if you have a really shit life and this is the only thing that makes you happy, I can understand it. I don't support it, but my line in the sand is not your line in the sand, right? So if something makes me uncomfortable, it is my responsibility to take a step back. And I do. So if I find out that you are supporting XYZ and I can't reconcile with that, I will take a step back. I won't force you to conform to my beliefs, my ideals, and what have you. But I say all this to say that there is absolutely no separating art from the artist. That is just a cop-out so people can absolve themselves of guilt. And so everyone who still listens to Chris Brown, everybody who still watches Harry Potter, who still engages with Rurouni Kenshin, who still does all these all these things because they don't want to sacrifice their own comfort, I personally will not force you to drop these things, but I will not stay in the room with you. So I am mostly no contact with my family on both sides for many reasons. But I remember last Christmas, because I had to go and I didn't want to, but Mom missed her family, and I'm not going to tell her to not be with her family. And I'm the only way that she can see her brothers and nieces, nephews, so on. They decided that they wanted to play R. Kelly. The way my skin crawled, because because my cousin's wife, she's like, oh yeah, just somebody that got canceled. No, he wasn't canceled. He was arrested as a hebephile. He had sexual relations with a child. I mean, yes, there's a difference between pedophile and hebephile, but regardless, it is a child. I don't care if she was 14. That is a child. Anybody under 18 years old is a child. That is not canceled. That is, they were arrested for committing a crime. And they just laugh it off. And it's just like, excuse me? Oof. My skin crawled. I don't. They do a lot of other things because they are, unfortunately, they're not to air dirty laundry on Maine where anyone else can reference, right? Or reference, I should say. But, yeah, let's just put it there. There's a reason why, or multitude of reasons why I'm mostly no contact with them. Like, full no contact. And it's just like, if the person is alive to benefit from your support, what's so wrong about waiting until these people are dead? Like, and even then, I don't think I would pick up Harry Potter, for example, because I can guarantee you that bitch would probably set like a trust that continuously takes all the proceeds and will support anti-trans causes even after she dies, at which point it's just like, she would absolutely do that shit. Fucking disgusting human being. No, excuse me. Yeah, and it's just like, when I see people that go, yay, trans rights, and then buy Harry Potter, I have a moment. I'm just like, how do you reconcile the two? How do you reconcile the two? You don't. You shouldn't. The two are diametrically opposed. Oh my gosh. I would not doubt it. She is petty enough. But fortunately, I am pettier. I will not engage in anything she makes. I will not give her a red cent. Hell, I don't even engage with content creators that like make skits and what have you based off of the franchise. In fact, one of the content creators that I follow used to do it, and then she stopped, and I'm like, you know what? Yay. Because she stuck to her principles and convictions, even though her content, her channel was built on Professor McGonagall's skits. And yet she dropped Harry Potter because her convictions mattered more than this, you know? Yeah, unfortunately, we are going to see a lot of it. And it's just like, I will not engage. I mean, if you choose to play it, I won't, like, again, the standard I set for myself, you don't have to adhere to that. Just know that I will not engage with that, right? So let's say you were paid to play XYZ game. For whatever reason, you couldn't deny it, right? But it's a very problematic series, like Hogwarts 2 or what have you. I understand, hey, you have bills to pay, you have people to take care of. Go ahead and make and do what you have to do. I understand that there is nuance there, but I will not show up. Like, I will support you in other ways, but I will not show up if you, for whatever reason, are paid to engage with XYZ title. The Hogwarts title, for example. I will not engage with it. I understand that you need to make your money so that you can survive. And personally, I think that you should feel comfortable enough to say not all money is good money. But again, my circumstances are not your circumstances. You could be in dire straits and you need money even if it's bad money. So there is some forgiveness there. But I will not engage with it. I will not. I won't show up. I won't participate. But I also understand that, again, this is my standard for myself. I have no right to impose my standard for myself onto another person. That's where free will comes in. You have free will, and your free will stops where mine begins, and vice versa. There are things that I enjoy. There are levels. Like, I can enjoy the Avatar Last Airbender fandom and participate in a lot of the Zutara stuff, but I will not give Bryke any more of my money. They've got enough of my money. In fact, I even will be listing Avatar Last Airbender inspired bracelets because I finished Zuko and Katara's bracelets. I have a rough idea for a Toph inspired piece. I don't know if I'm gonna do for Aang, simply because I do not want his fans to show up in my Etsy account. But Bryke isn't getting any of that money. So, like, if it's a fan work, I'll support you. Not if they get any of that money, though. Nope. Yeah, like, I would not play Hogwarts Legacy. Won't touch it. And again, like, the cases that I gave are extreme cases. And compared to the others, Avatar Last Airbender really isn't that bad. To me, that actually hurt me to say. To me, it is bad. Because again, they did harm against children. In all honesty, I view anybody under 25 as a kid to me, but legally, anybody under 18 is a child. No, don't hurt children. And if I find out that you caused harm to children, knowing, or like as an adult, and you do harm onto other children, nope. You are dead to me. You are dead to me. There's no, and I think I could forgive Bryke if they acknowledged their past wrongdoings and that, yeah, we were assholes. But no, they double down. They double down and triple down and quadruple down. They ain't getting shit from me. Nope. And also, it's just like, it is like classless. It is like, really? You're gonna attack your own fandom? And now, because of Bryke, it's now carte blanche, open season if you're a Zutara fan, as if Zutara fans didn't make up the majority of the franchise, or of the shipping fandom when it comes to Avatar Last Airbender. Like, a lot of Zutara fans became published authors, and as like we know where the creativity is. But yeah, nah, there's some people are disgusting, some people are terrible, and but it is hard to like set aside something you like, set aside something you love, because of the stupidity of another, or of whoever created it, you know? Because again, life is hard. The world sucks. And every day it feels like it's getting worse and worse every fucking day. Pardon my French. Sorry, Rydia, you're going to be censoring me a lot. Small little plug-in. Rydia, She is helping me with formatting my clips and what have you so that I can like post them onto YouTube and TikTok mainly, and some will make it to Instagram. So that's why I'm giving her the apologies. She is a lifesaver because there are only so many hours in the day, and yes, I absolutely outsource that to and pay somebody to take care of it for me because I there aren't enough, excuse me, especially now there aren't enough hours in the day. But anyhow, you can, everything has nuance. Everything, like nothing is above criticism or reproach. And then you have to reconcile where your line in the sand is. And, oh, yes, there's my girl. There's my girl. So, like, for example, that one artist for, that they're like a paid artist for Final Fantasy. I don't save any of their artwork. I don't, if I get like a calendar and see his art there, I don't fuck with it because he does like this. Because, like, he literally, when he makes art of Barrett, it is black. And I'm like, that is some minstrel ass shit. I don't support this artist. Unless it's, like, comes in free, like, I do not have anything of theirs. Like, I have a photo card book, right? If I open it, and I see his art there, I'm gonna like give away or chuck that particular. I don't want it in my house. Oh, hang on a second. Hang on. No, it's a popular artist. Amano. So Yoshitaka Amano. Hang on a second. Let me, like, you've seen it. And the thing is, hang on a second. Let me do this here so you can see it. Hang on one second. Hang on, let me do the thing. Whoops, wrong thing. Hang on one second. I'm refreshing. So you've seen this artist, Yoshitaka Amano. Okay, so see this black blob in the background that is conveniently cropped out? That's Barrett. That is supposed to be Barrett. Hang on a second. Let me get... Okay. Like, let me see if I can get a better... No, they, like, a lot of people are like, no, we have a problem with this, so they crop that part out as if that makes it better. Hang on one second. Let me see. Hang on one second. Hang on one second. 1 second. 1 second. Yeah, I know that they touched up the image so that instead of it being a black blob, it's now a brown blob, but it's still a blob. Let me see if they have it here. Here it is. Hey. That's supposed to be Barrett. That's not okay. So, hang on just one more second. I'm talking with my mom. I think she needs me for something, so I might be wrapping up soon. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. But yeah, so like, I won't buy any of their artwork because the easiest way to boycott something is to not put your money towards it. That's where the statement, put your money where your mouth is, comes from. But that's supposed to be Barrett. That's not okay to me. And I've got an issue with that. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you there. So There are other artists with a similar art style that don't pull a minstrel looking monstrosity to represent Barrett. I'm sorry. Barrett is one of the best written African American coded characters in gaming. Period. And Barrett will always have a near and dear place in my heart because, yes, he does have stereotypes, especially when they were creating his character, because in Japan they loved Mr. T. They loved Mr. T, and in all honesty, Mr. T's kind of awesome, so I'm okay with the comparison to Mr. T. But it's just like, he is one of the best written characters that exemplifies the rage that black men carry due to injustice that they experience, while still showcasing the gentleness and the love that black men are capable of. We don't get a lot of that. So to see a minstrel interpretation of Barrett pisses me off. It pisses me off. And the older I get, the more triggering it is for me. And this is a place where it is appropriate to use triggering. It is actually triggering to me, especially as an African American woman. Well, technically I am Afro-Caribbean, but as an African American, because I'm an American, it is triggering to see such positive representation be painted in such a way. And it is triggering. Because BLM, Black Lives Matter. So it's just like there. But the thing is, it's just like there is nuance here. I will not support this artist. I understand why others do. I can understand it. And I understand that this particular artist is so low impact that people can just be like, myself included. I can see it and walk away and still support the parent that commissioned this artist. Or by parent, I mean parent company. I can still support Square Enix for the most part, in spite of the artist that they chose. Because it is very easy to just karate chop anything Amano related and just brush it off to the side. So there are levels here. So what is okay for me and where I put that line in the sand may be different for somebody else. Which is why, again, I repeat, what my standard and the morals and everything that I set for myself, I will not force somebody else to adhere to that. Exactly. Like, even if it were a black and white image, there are tones in the middle there that you can do. Mangaka do it all the time. Granted, manga also has an issue with depicting black coded characters in a minstrel-esque way. And now we have this resurgence, or surgence, I should say, of the Natasha dolls, which is absolutely disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. If you want to get pissed off, I'm not going to put it on my stream because, like, I don't know. But if you look up the Natasha dolls, you will be as pissed off as I am about how far backwards society as a whole is moving, which is further why I get more and more triggered whenever I see Barrett depicted in such a disgusting way. Be like, no. Hang on a second. Thank you to Sandy. I'm hanging in there. So life is lifing at me. My dad is going into another surgery, so like my desire to like be more present is getting pushed back a little bit. So, but I'm managing, and it's part of why like I am enjoying talking with everybody, because like talking to somebody that isn't my mom or dad, not often. It doesn't happen often. Oh, I'm sorry, Jancy. You saw the Natasha doll, didn't you? Yeah. 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 So when I say the world is kind of like going to hell in a handbasket, as the saying goes, and how life is hard for people. I understand that sometimes people cling to the things that that make them happy, even if sometimes it's problematic. Thank you, Park Bench. Honestly, sometimes being pretty helps, and I'm working on that because I'm gonna need to be cashing in on my pretty soon at the rate things are going. And thank you, Tana. Hope it shouldn't be too big. They're going in for his ankle because he's not healing. So hopefully, once that's done, he will get a lot better. Hi, Talmanis, or Talmains. I'm sorry, I always butcher your name. But yeah, no Final Fantasy, which isn't that shocking, but we did get to see the new Tomb Raider game. We got to see the new God of War, which I may actually break my boycott for, because that one actually looks really fucking good. We saw a couple horror games, which are not for me. We saw Wolverine and that other fighting game. Not for me. But yeah, so we actually had some interesting titles pop up. Let me see. Yeah, don't keep looking, Jency. You will be heartbroken because the Natasha dolls are gaining popularity, and it is disgusting. And in light of recent events, it's bad. It is bad. It is just bad. The world is going to hell in a handbasket. So I think part of processing everything, and I know we broach on negative topics, part of why I put the embargo on conversations about Aerith, for example. It's just like part of processing all of this is being able to talk about it. And I want to facilitate being able to talk about it because it helps get it out of our systems. But yeah, it is understandable why people want to make the choice to keep things in their lives that make them happy, that bring them joy. I cannot in good conscience, even with everything that I said previously, I cannot in good conscience judge a person fully, or cast judgment, I should say, because in our heads, your first thought is always going to be some kind of judgment, right? You can't help your first thought. You can help the thought that follows. So I am choosing for that second thought to be as graceful as possible, even if I'm making the choice for myself not to show up and engage in things that I don't support, right? Oh, I am in the southeastern like Florida area, and that's all you're getting from me, my dear. I am where the craziness happens. Well, wait. Let me make an addendum to that statement. Because there is, so the everyone says Appalachia, but I feel like it should be Appalachian Mountains. Like, I'm not near there. The mountains over there have some craziness, but Florida has some crazy. Florida has some crazy. There's a reason Florida Man is everybody knows Florida Man. It hurts me. It hurts me. You know how when you are growing up, there are some words you learn by reading because you've never actually heard it, but you've read it before. Maybe this is just me, but if you don't know the pronunciation, your brain kind of fills it in, right? So, like, Appalachia, like, I learned that word from reading it. And that cemented in my brain. So now when I hear other people say it, it's just like, it's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. It feels weird. But it's just like Celtic and Celtic. I'm sorry, it's Celtic. It's Celtic to me. It is Celtic. It is Celtic. I'm sorry. It's Celtic. Celtic sounds wrong. It sounds wrong. Yeah. Okay, well, Appalachia sounds weird to me. It feels weird saying it. It feels weird saying it out loud. Like, it's just my mouth does not like forming that word. And it's weird. Like if you want to laugh, So the word chaos, I used to think it was pronounced chouse, because like I've never heard somebody say it, but I've read it many times, because I like, when I was growing up, a reward, like we got books as a reward. I loved reading. So like I would devour through books. So like I would read a word, and because I've never heard somebody else say it, like I would sound it out. That's how you learn to read. You sound it out. And for years I used to think chaos was chouse. And stoic is another word that just, people say it in different ways, and it hurts me. It hurts me. And like, but yeah, I know it's Celtic. I can't stand it. It sounds wrong. It sounds wrong to me. I'm sorry, Gen C. Okay, well, hang on. Let me think of something happy. Let me sing a... Let me think here. What we will find a happy topic in a bit. But yeah, I don't watch sports, so it doesn't... Okay, let me make a correction to that statement. I don't go out of my way to watch sports. I'll play some sports. I don't particularly care to, because I'm a homebody, and I don't like... I don't like hanging out with people too much. Like, people... I like my peoples. You guys are my peoples, right? But if I have to go outside and find my people, I'm not equipped for that. I'm not equipped for that. Part of why I don't have a lot of friends is because I am the kind of neurospicy that, like, I can be a lot. So this is me owning my own traits, right? I can be a lot. But also it's just like when I have to go outside, like I have to essentially like pull out different versions of myself for different people. Like the version of myself that is around my dad or my stepmom or my mom or my brother. They're all different versions of myself. But if I'm out in like general society and people facing, it's just like, what version do I be? Oh, and then I start talking about a hyperfixation, and good luck starting me up. And I am a lot. I am a lot. I know this about myself, and I accept this about myself. I am a lot. There are people that I am overstimulating to, which is another reason why I like streaming, because you can click out and take care of your mental health when I become too overstimulating. If you're face to face, it's not easy necessarily to like nope out of the conversation, because we do have like social norms and niceties and what have you that we have to adhere to. So good luck escaping me if we're in person, but also good luck to me escaping you, because like there are some people that it's just like, I do not want to be part of this conversation. I'm nodding along and agreeing, but if you were to look into my eyes, vacant. I'm already plotting my escape. Just full vacant, or my maladaptive daydreaming took over and I'm just responding to audio clues. Okay, me when I get overwhelmed. Yeah, so I'm actually pretty quiet in normal social settings. So like, for example, part of why I thrived in Japan is like, not like nobody, there was no small talk. There's not a lot of small talk. I was just like la-di-da in my own little world, like la-di-da. I mean, every now and again people wanted to talk to me. Like I said, I thrived in Japan. Oh my gosh, I thrived. Like they would go out of their way to, because like, oh, your hair is so pretty, you're so pretty. Oh my gosh, my ego. Like I have a low opinion of how I look most of the time. Like unless I do like a lot of work, don't have a very high opinion of myself. I'm working on that. This is something I'm actively working on. But like to have these little old ladies like be like, oh, you're so pretty, and it's just like, oh my gosh, there is no compliment better than a little old lady giving you a compliment, because it is the sweetest fucking thing. But yeah, but it's just like, but there's not a lot of chit chat. And the people that approach you, it's because they genuinely want to talk to you, not because it's the societal norm. And it's just like, it was great. But here, everybody wants to fucking talk to you. And it's just like, I have my earbuds in. Leave me alone. Don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to you. Hang on a second. I'm just starting the playlist over. I will add to this playlist to make it longer so that Like, I will make it so that this playlist is like maybe like in like 2 hours or something, so that we don't repeat songs. But anyhow, just like, why does everybody want to talk to me? Like, just like, and I know that I have a presence that attracts people that need help, because unfortunately I have been conditioned to be a caregiver, and for a very long time I've been a caregiver. That has been my role in life. So it's just like, if somebody needs help or like essentially wants me to fix them, they show up, right? And it's just like, I am not Yoda. Please, please. I have my select people that I will do everything for, right? Like, if you need help, I will help you if I have the means. Like, I will be the Yoda to the friends that I already have. But I don't need some stranger showing up asking me to be like, show up with their help me Obi-Wan Kenobi. No, not me. I am tired. My list of patients, like the people that I take care of, is already full. There's no more room. Go away. Nobody talk to me. Go away. I have my earbuds in for a reason. Then I like crank up the music louder. So it's just like, okay, maybe they'll hear how loud the music is. I cannot hear them. Do not talk to me. Go away. All right, bye, Jency. Please have a good evening. Yes, and void Natasha from your brain. Yeah, so actually something that I heard, funny enough, in relation to Germany, and it was like, I think it was a TikTok I watched. Oh, going to Japan, sorry. Sorry, this is the second time I did that to you. But like, I watched a TikTok not that long ago where somebody said, do you know how people are able to immediately tell that you're an American? And this is like based off of other people's anecdotal evidence. Like, I don't know the statistic on this, so this may not be a concrete fact, but if a lot of people say it, then there's some merit to it. But part of it is, Americans, we smile at everybody. Yeah, Americans also lean on things. We also chit-chat. We chit-chat with random people. Just chit-chat. Like, we talk about the weather. Be like, hey, how you doing? Look, dude, other people are like, the fuck you doing? Who is you? Go away. Like, we smile at everybody. We lean on everything. And it's not just the United States. I mean, I want to say it's mostly the North American continent, most of North America, because Canadians do it too. They may deny it, but I have witnessed this myself. Canadians do it too. Okay, they are just as loud as the United States people are. Like, I have to remind myself to make the distinction, because America includes a lot of countries. So, people from the United States and Canada, because yes, Canadians are just as bad. We smile at everybody. There's chit-chat. There's a lot of chit-chat. One really is just like, I just want to listen to my music and go about my business. Do not talk to me. Please don't talk to me. The only places I want people to go out of their way to talk to me is at an anime convention. Yes, at an anime convention. That's it. That's the only place I want strange people talking to me. And maybe Pride Fest, because I'm going to go to Pride. Or I'm going to go to a lot of Pride events over the weekend, because I am tired of being single. But like, other than those two places, no. Let me see. Okay, they can. Oh yeah. Yes, you can absolutely tell, because healthcare is definitely a thing. Oh my gosh, like, I listen to Reddit stories all the time. I have another channel where I read Reddit stories myself, but time has escaped me. I do not have enough hours in the day. And it's just like the amount of times where people will share a story that has to do with healthcare for whatever reason, people have to like, there's the assumption that, oh, well, you're having this trouble because of how expensive it is. And other people are like, I'm not in the United States. Like, they have to make that distinction because the healthcare system in the United States fucking sucks. I am also going through issues with the healthcare system because I don't know if this is TMI, but I have ovarian cysts. And there is a theory that I have more issues than just that. You know how expensive it is to be seen, and I can actually consider the fact that I make more than the average person in my demographic, okay, in my age group. Like, in a lot of my demographics, I make a lot more, and that is not me bragging, that is just a fact. And even I am struggling to get the care that I need. And to get care without costing an arm and a leg, or some loan, or some sacrificial goat, just to get some kind of care that actually helps you and is actionable. That does not exist in the United States, okay? We are fucked. We are fucked. Which is again why I say, while I am judging you, I am not casting judgment onto you. If you cling to the things that make you happy, I just won't support you. If you engage with things like Harry Potter or Rurouni Kenshin, I will not engage with that. Like, but I understand it. I understand it. I don't support it, but I understand it because life sucks. Oh, hi, Kavast. Hi. But yeah, so there, like, dude, it. World is going to hell in a handbasket. World is going to hell in a handbasket. And we are all just trying to survive, man. But sometimes, some people... Hi, Rydia, welcome back. But yeah, just sometimes you look at the world at large and be like, you know what? My maladaptive daydreams, they're pretty okay. I think I'm going to stick with that. I think I'm going to daydream about my favorite ships and smash them together and enjoy, like, impossible scenarios that will never happen, even in an AU setting. But you know what? That is still happier than all the rest of the crap we're going through. Exactly. I need my nerdy stuff. I need my nerdy things. I want to talk about my hyperfixations. I want to talk about anime and video games. And you know what? Current events too. Some current events, like, need to be talked about, and I feel very passionately about things. I'm a very opinionated and passionate person. These are things. These are character traits that I have. These are character traits a lot of people have. But sometimes a girl just needs to enjoy the things that make her happy. You want to know how many times I watched The Mummy? Okay, The Mummy is my comfort movie. You know how many times I've watched it. I can recite that fucking movie from beginning to end. Mm-hmm. Starting to ship so many more couples in Final Fantasy VII because why not? It gives me more fun stuff to consume. You know, that's fair. Like, for example, I am being lured into a lot of the Sakura stuff. Like, because I find that in most IPs, in most fandoms, I'm pretty much a strict, this is my only ship, or these are my only ships, right? But like, Sakura is if Cloud was not attracted to women, I would only accept Zack. Like, I used to, like, kind of fuck with Sephikura, but I've been burned by Sephikuras that I can't. It's another one of those, like, I can't support it. Like, I will defend them as I have done, and I've actually been canceled because I defended Sephikuras before. Didn't stop them from turning on me. But it's just like, yeah, I'm not going to read it anymore. I'm good. I am going to stick in my Cody space. I don't fuck with Sid, so but yeah, so like, Cody and Sakura, pretty much where I'm at. But there are others, other ships that I'm okay with. Mm-hmm. Not worth it. Yeah, so that's what, again, I say again as if it was part of this conversation, but like, part of why I left Twitter was because of how toxic it had gotten. People aren't allowed to enjoy what they want to enjoy without somebody coming in and whinging about it. And it's just like, and part of me is wavering on my Twitter boycott because I miss a lot of my Clody friends that have not migrated over to Blue Sky. I'm giving Threads a try. It's just like, I miss the community, right? I don't like the person that I became on Twitter because it is very easy to get sucked into a lot of the fighting that goes on, right? It's very easy to get sucked in. And unfortunately, and I know there are studies on this, where it's just like there is catharsis in the discourse, in the hate watching, and engaging in these things that make you angry, because it is still a release of emotions, because anger is a secondary emotion. And it is essentially to help you process the primary emotion that is resulting in this anger. So it's just like, I don't want to become that person, but I miss them, right? And also, I feel as if because of the falling out between myself and other members in the community, that is just like, I've been erased. And I know that's a me problem, and it's very stupid. I will concede that it is very stupid. It's just, I feel bad that because I took this stance, like, people that I would talk to on a daily basis no longer talk to me. And I can't, because I'm not over there, I can't defend myself, right? And it's a really icky feeling, but this is a me problem. And that's part of why sometimes I waver, because I miss the community. I do not miss the version of myself that I was, I should say, when I was on Twitter. Because I did get into it. And I was a bitch. No. Bitch doesn't quite cut it. I was a cunt. Like not even the fun, fabulous cunty way. No, I was a fucking cunt. And even though it wasn't often, it was often enough for me. Because I would look back on my behavior and be like, why did I do this? Because it felt good at the time to get that release. But between the release of fighting back and giving people like the good 1-2, you feel shitty, and I don't want to be angry all the time. I'm sorry, that's a verbal tick of mine. I don't want to be angry, and I don't want to contribute to somebody else's bad day. So I left. But I miss my friends, even though they probably forgot about me and don't care. Like, I am just a footnote in somebody's memory, which is shitty. But it's just like, I miss it. I don't think I'm gonna go back, or I'll only post like links to my shorts and reels and stuff so that I can grow my platform, grow my channel, because I do want to take streaming seriously. But it's not easy, because it is very easy with how addictive it is. Because social media, your dopamine mine. I don't think I'm the person that coined it, but that's what my friend and I started calling it. We dopamine mine. You are mining for dopamine. And if you are neurospicy in any capacity, there is a deficiency a lot of the time in dopamine, so the happy chemicals in your brain. So you chase these happy chemicals, right? I don't want to contribute. Like, I don't want my need for dopamine, my need for all these things, to result in me being a nasty bitch, me being a nasty cunt. I don't want to do that. But it's very hard because it's addictive. It is addictive to be on social media, which is part of why I like Blue Sky, because it is not as addictive, because we are able to curate our experiences to a point where there's no real going viral on Blue Sky. There's no, I have certain words muted, like Sokai, for example, because I don't like the Sora Kairi ship. Izuocha, I don't like a lot of the people that champion Izuocha. It's not the shippers themselves, it's the people that champion it that are nasty and homophobic. Like, I'm making that clear distinction because I've been shitting on Izuocha for a while. So I want to make that distinction. I've got Clarith muted. I actually just muted Aerith herself so that she doesn't show up on my timeline or anything like that. Because curating your online experience means that you mute and block certain things. And it's not personal, it's just me protecting my peace. And I do wish a lot more people did that. Like, Katang, I have it muted on all my channels. I don't want to deal with it. I am on the verge of muting Aang. Like, because the thing is, a lot of the people that will type out his name or hashtag, or like make a hashtag for Aang, are people that usually are shitting on Zutara as a ship, are shitting on people that enjoy Zutara, or picking fights. I don't want to see that. So I'm curating it. Part of why I am so picky about what streamers and content creators that I engage with as far as Final Fantasy VII is concerned is because just like, okay, I need to make sure that you are either a Clody fan. Sorry, I'm going to make this window larger if you are on the portrait side. But I'm going to, like I said, I watch Dashing David. He's like the only Final Fantasy content creator that I watch. I watch him. I watch Tana. I am very selective because I need the guarantee that you're not going to shit on Tifa. And unfortunately, I do not have it in me to vet Clarith shippers and their streams to make sure that they're not shitting on Tifa. Because the two, like, if you're a Clarith, that doesn't inherently mean that you hate Tifa. But I see slander against Tifa and it bothers me, right? Because unfortunately, a lot of the talking points of people that hate Tifa, I internalize. Like, people are like, oh, you only like her for her boobs. Well, I have big boobs. Like, oh, you only like her because of her trauma. I'm traumatized. I also have abandonment issues, which is part of why I'm a little sensitive when it comes to the fact that people, my Twitter friends, forgot me because I have abandonment issues. And I know part of it is because of my own actions, which is why I'm not making it somebody else's problem, because it's something that I did to myself. But it's still very much a lot of these talking points that they use, I identify with. So this is another instance of where it is triggering. Oh, at the end of the day, Tifa's a character, but she has a lot of traits and what have you that I have. So that's why there's that internalizing that's going on. So because of that, I don't have it in me to go through different content creators to vet whether or not I want to support their content because views convert to money. Because I don't want people shitting on my girl. And it's just like, so like I have like literally there's a small handful of people that I watch, and within that handful, it is okay. Are you entertaining enough? This, that, and the other. So, like I said, there are two content creators, and there's a difference between a streamer, and a content creator, right? Like, I create my long-form videos for Cloud, but I do these from a Clody perspective, using the entire compilation. But another thing that annoys the fuck out of me that I don't want to engage with, so I'm very picky about the Final Fantasy VII content creators, not streamers, content creators, that I would support by giving views, is, I'm sorry, if you're going to push the sequel narrative, I don't want to hear it. Like, until, like, it's been done to death, and it's just like, the mental gymnastics that you have to do in order to make the sequel theory valid versus remake. I'm sorry, it is a remake, not remaster, remake. It is in the name, remake. It is not a sequel. And if it is a sequel, then that is a very, 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 or it has some very, very bad implications for certain characters, i.e. Aerith. Funny enough, like the sequel theory is actually worse for Aerith. Sorry, I'm breaking my own embargo. But like the theory of a sequel, it makes a lot of the characters look really, really bad in a way that was never the intention. So it's just like, I don't want to watch and engage with content that goes on about how it is a sequel instead of a remake. I don't want to see it. So, I mean, unfortunately, like, there's no way to, like, actually, like, block people on YouTube, which is another reason why I don't actually watch a lot of Final Fantasy VII content, because just, like, I don't want to see this list of people, but since I can't mute them or vet, and I don't have the energy to vet them myself, I just don't engage. But if I'm on TikTok, it's nothing personal, but I block people that have opinions that I don't want to engage with. I'm not going to shit on them, like, because they have every right to their opinion. Like, even if I think it's wrong, if there is no evidence one way or another, it is an opinion. We can extrapolate based off of, like, the compilation, but at the end of the day, we don't know. Therefore, it is an opinion, not substantiated by fact. You can have your opinion. I don't want to see it. I'm a block because I don't want to see it. It's nothing personal. You can be a great human being. But when I went through my TikTok, I purged so many. And I am keeping my follows at 777 because it's a meme at this point. And quite literally, I block people that I don't want to see. I just don't want to see your take. I don't want to see it. I don't. Yeah, and the thing is, like, and I think that's part of the issue. People don't understand the difference between a remaster and a remake. A remake is remaking something that's already established, whereas the remaster is just putting a prettier finish on it. Final Fantasy VIII was a remaster. Final Fantasy X, remaster. Final Fantasy VII is a remake. There's a difference. Yes, you absolutely must. You must start streaming and I will support you. In fact, I will even arrange my schedule so that it doesn't interfere with your schedule. Like, I am 10 tones down on this. Let me fix this. All right. Sorry. I only just realized that so I'm using the earbud to monitor the stream itself. I didn't even realize that my phone closed on me. Excuse me. So yeah, like, let's see, hang on a second. I don't hate Tifa, but I am at the point where my experience with the Final Fantasy VII fandom has made me not want to talk about Final Fantasy VII in general. Like, I can't stand to hear any of their names sometimes. No, that's fair. So, when years ago, I used to believe that if you genuinely liked something, then nobody else's behavior can change your opinion on that. And I have since learned better. And this is just a mark of growing. Because again, my lived experience before was one thing. And now it's just like, no, my opinion or my anecdotal evidence on the matter has changed. I enjoy talking about Aerith, for example. But the reason for me putting an embargo on her as a topic is because her fans make it so that I don't want to engage with her character at all. Like, I have a lot of criticisms of her character that I feel are valid. And I want to be able to discuss her character. I want to be able to discuss Sid, right? But people get triggered. Well, no, I shouldn't use triggered because I don't want to delegitimize that term. But people get offended, I should say, when I say I don't like Sid. Or the Final Fantasy incarnation of Sid. I don't like him. Maybe part 3 will change my opinion on him, but as of OG incarnation, where he was verbally abusive and so on against Shara, I don't like him because I have lived experiences that don't like that kind of behavior. Given the fact that this is a public platform, that's pretty much as far as I'm going to go. But I don't like Sid. People get offended when I say that. And it's to a point where it's just like, I can't discuss his character because of how people whinge about me not liking his character. I don't want to engage with anything to do with Aerith because of her fans. And it's to a point where it's just like, even though I enjoy discussing her character, I don't want to engage with these people anymore. So in order to protect my space, because I'm not going to impose somebody else, like, no, you can't talk about it, because I do want to talk about it, but in a certain setting, like, I, for myself, curate my online experience and I have her name muted. I don't want to engage. I don't. Yes, thank you, Jency. Thank you. Because here's the thing. Like, I went on a mini rant. And I know that this is, like, this is one of those cause and effect things. So I have been sharing clips of my character deep dives on TikTok and on YouTube Shorts to kind of like get more views to these, because like in order to get monetized you need to get 500 subscribers and I think 1,000. Yeah, I'm gonna show you my own analytics. I don't care. So hang on a second. Reaction. Put you here. So in order to get monetized, there are 2 levels of monetization. And for the first level, which will open up like being able to do like super chats and do all the things. So the first level is you need to get 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours, right? Like mine is very, very low. It's only 500, right? Or 3 million shorts or views on your shorts. And this is just for the first level of monetization, right? So I am putting out shorts and clips and what have you so that I can hit these thresholds and grow my channel and eventually make a little bit of something off of it, right? It's not the end of the world if I don't get monetized. Like at the end of the day, I'm still going to be here chatting away with everybody, playing games and so on, because it is a way for me to force some like a few hours in my week where I get to play video games and not take care of somebody else. Because unfortunately, as a caregiver, you don't have a lot of you time, or a lot of me time in my case. So I am putting in the effort to grow my channel. But whenever Aerith comes up as a topic, you will get Aerith stands. Hang on a second. I'm going to show you. Oh, I need to change this to like dark mode. We're going to do this. Let's do it this way. Yes, you're getting a lot of backdoor views. But yes, this is extremely bright. I'm going to fiddle with the settings at some point. So here we have this one. Let me pause the music right quick. So, where is the... There you go.
She could from Cloud and Tifa's shared memories.
So we all remember this scene, right? So if you look at the comments,
this much was easy since Cloud's mind was Swiss cheese.
Yeah, we have
Cloud's subconscious didn't put
walls of text. And yes, I contribute to the walls of text. But we have walls of text from people, like this person used an old Ultimania to disprove my statement, and it's just like, I'm using current established canon. Whereas the old established canon, or old Ultimanias, the old Ultimanias are obsolete, right? So, but they're still using that to discredit me. And literally, this will be in all of my comments, right? And some of it is myself, yeah, because I info dump, right? Like I go on tangents, but we have walls of text of people trying to discredit me because I am not calling Aerith a messiah, or I am speaking positively about Tifa, right? So hang on a second, let me see. There's another example. Later let me mute this. But here, hang on. So we have this one also. Keep in mind. So here's another clip.
To both Aerith and Jessie, who are decidedly more forward with their desire for Cloud's big sword. Cloud gets roped into playing the role of Aerith's bodyguard.
I'll let this play out because I enjoyed this one.
Cloud's boundaries, Aerith has a tendency to not take no for an answer, often steamrolling over Cloud's objections until he eventually starts giving in for better or for worse. This isn't to say that Aerith is intentionally being malicious or abusive towards Cloud. While I have my own opinions, assigning malicious intent to Aerith would be a disservice to the franchise and the intentions of the creators when writing her character. Aerith is just a lonely girl who lost the love of her life, only to have a replacement from Temu mail ordered to her door. Grief has a way of making people behave in ways that can be harmful to themselves or others. The reason I say that this kind of behavior is harmful is because she ignores Cloud saying no over and over again so she can live out her own fantasy. In this, both Cloud and Aerith are very similar. Rather than face the grief, they throw themselves into these delusions in order to make it to tomorrow at 21.
Okay, so that clip. I quite literally am defending Aerith while still expressing that I have my opinions on her character, but I am still defending her character, right? These are not me. There's me. But yeah, because I'm not treating Aerith like she's the Messiah. It makes it so that you don't want to engage because everybody is telling you that you're wrong because you don't worship at Aerith's feet. And it's just like, and I am okay with having the discussion, right? Like, I actually invite good faith discussions, right? But, okay, hang on, we're going to go back over here. But with that being said, it makes it so that if everyone and their mother is trying to fight with you and tell you that you're wrong, even though you have actual proof, it's not just anecdotal, it's not just assumptions, it's not just like your personal observation. No, we have actual in text, in video proof. And yet people are, and it's just like, but because your opinion doesn't match theirs. And unfortunately, it's this subset of a subset of a subset that are coming at me, right? And it's just like to a point where it's just like, I love talking about, like I said, I love talking about Aerith with you guys. But I have to think about, okay, my future peace. So it's just like, for a little while, we're putting a temporary embargo because I don't have time to be dealing with people going into my content, like the content that I produce, to create a negative space. And that's part of it, what it ultimately becomes. Like, I can engage with it. But what gets tiring is when it's just like walls of text, when I cannot get my responses on TikTok to format the way that I want. Like, I'm sorry, where are my spaces? Where are my paragraphs? I need to be able to do paragraphs, proper paragraphs, indentation, something. I need to be able to do that, right? So responding to these essays are frustrating. But also, I'm thinking about all the other Clody fans that would find my content and see that, and it's just like, hey, I love what you make. I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna give you a follow, but I'm not going to engage because this is too frustrating. So it's just like, so like I said, I can engage with it. If somebody wanted to have a discussion with me at any point, just give me a date and time. I will try to make it work, and I will happily have that discussion with you, because I do think that there is room for different views, because we all have different lived experiences, as I mentioned on a previous stream. So, and these lived experiences inform our opinions about any given thing. It's not just fandom spaces or games or video. This is in general. Lived experiences inform our opinions. Some of those opinions are based in facts, whereas others is just anecdotal. Unfortunately, that's how prejudice comes to be, for example. I am prejudiced against Aerith stans, and I am actively working against that, but part of that means limiting how much I interact with Aerith as a character, because I do not want to keep this prejudice that I have against Aerith stans, because I know they're not all bad. In fact, I have friends that are genuinely good people, right? Like, but unfortunately, they do get grouped in with the subset of a subset of a subset, just by virtue of me creating the saying subset of a subset of a subset. That is to make a distinction between regular people that enjoy this ship, that enjoy these characters, versus the people that go out of their way to dox others, that have like other streamers having to like having their personal information, their personal traumas dragged into social media, which is public. It is a public setting. So it is essentially a public lynching, because how dare you not worship at the feet of essentially a manic pixie girl. Because Aerith is literally, by definition, a manic pixie girl. Twitch, please? Okay, a second. But yes, I did call. Okay, there we go. Okay, hang on a second. Let me catch up. Okay, right at first, and especially when I was just starting to get. Okay, let's see first. Yes, unfortunately, the toxic members in both sides. I'm not saying Cody is any better. We do have our own subset of a subset of a subset that I don't fuck with anymore. Except the reasons for that are completely separate and entirely personal. But the fact remains. But what remains is the fact that like no side is innocent. But unfortunately, my experiences have one side being worse than the other. I don't want to be prejudiced against any group of people for whatever reason. So part of stopping myself from having and maintaining this prejudice means that I have to make it so that I don't see it at all. Because unfortunately, confirmation bias is also a thing. Yeah. Hang on a second. Yeah. Exactly. So like part of curating your experience is picking and choosing what you engage with, because in a lot of settings or a lot of social media, it is algorithm based. So even if you are engaging with something to say that you don't like it, you're still engaging with it, which means the algorithm is going to feed you more of it. So you have to do your due diligence to control your experiences online. There are things that I don't want to see, so I make it so that I don't see it. And yes, sometimes the muting and the blocking doesn't necessarily fix the matter, but it helps. Like, people don't know how to debate anymore. And I know that that's also a generational thing, I want to say. Because I find, in general, because again, we see the worst of the worst, but we're like a pocket community. So that just makes everything seem bigger than it actually is. But when you have a debate, right? You make your points and you allow someone to rebuttal, you cite your sources, give your proof, you do all the things, right? But it is absolutely your responsibility to manage your personal bubble, right? And I am increasingly strict with myself and in how I manage my bubble, because it is very easy to get addicted. And I know that as my mental health declines, I dopamine mine more. So, and this is something that I have to be aware in about myself. It is very easy to be addicted to these social media sites. And I understand that it is a great tool to promote yourself, to build platforms, to grow your business and so on, but it is very easy to get addicted. And if you do not curate your experience, you let a lot of toxicity in, and that will in turn affect you, or affect your mood, affect how you interact with others. And it makes it so that you are easily like reactive too, because, oh, my experience has been this many people come at me this way, but if somebody else comes at you in a certain way, because we do not have indicators of tone, and when people post or react to you in writing, you don't know if they're coming at you antagonistically. So you just react because everybody else was coming at you antagonistically. And even if this one person, after they become the straw that broke the camel's back, they weren't being hostile to you, but because we do not have tone indicators, and we also don't have an internalized bias against any group of people. I mean, yes, I'm using, we're discussing fandom, but this actually applies to everything, anything. Sexism, racism, prejudice, xenophobia. This applies to everything, right? Like, part of it is if you do not do something within yourself to dissuade or minimize the things that trigger you, or to stop perpetuating these negative ideals, like when you lash out, like for example, if a Aerith stan comes at me, right? They make a statement. It's not necessarily malicious, but I can't tell because every other Aerith stan has been malicious. I am suddenly the bad Clo-T because I went off on somebody thinking that they were being malicious when they weren't. Because we do not have tone indicators when you are just writing a small paragraph. Because character limits make it so that you have to why one of the reasons why I add emojis all the time is to act as a tone indicator. So that you know I'm being silly, or you know if I'm like, you have to do all these things, but sometimes you have to drop the emoji. Sometimes you have to drop the ellipses. You have to drop these things in order to finish your sentence or finish your paragraph without having to start another immediately after that. And then it becomes a big wall of text, which I'm guilty of. I am very guilty of this. And it's just like, in order to circumvent that, I just block and move on. Because when I am not interacting with the stands, I find myself a little bit more lenient and a little more graceful towards Aerith as a character, right? The same can be said for how for Kikyo as a character. I fucking hate Kikyo from Inuyasha, but I can be very fair when discussing her characters and her traumas and what have you, and what made her the person that she was. I still hate her as a character, but I can engage in good faith with her as a topic. Lucrezia, same thing. Sid, same thing. I can have a good faith discussion about these characters, but part of it is I need to remove myself from this small subset of people that just piss me the fuck off, and I'm already like at a level 11. And it's just like, no, they like that part. If you do like be the change that you want to be, right? It's not easy. It's not easy. Let's see. Let me see. Like, yeah. Yeah, like, hang on a second. Let's see. When everybody could hide behind. Yeah. That's also another thing. When you have the illusion of anonymity, because it is an illusion, like, you are not as anonymous as you think you are. But if you have the illusion of anonymity, you think you can say and do whatever the fuck you want, right? You don't even have to believe what you're saying, but you want to say it because you want to get a rise at somebody else. That's like, teenagers do that a lot because teenagers are stupid. But it's just ultimately, it's still, when you have that illusion of anonymity, you can say and do whatever the fuck you want. Or at least you think you can, without reproach or without any actual impactful, lasting reproach. Like, for example, I'm still gonna keep the statement to do with anime and video games, simply because that makes the stakes lower. But for example, let's say you're a Time fan, like you like Yuffie and Vincent, right? I had a period where I loved Time. Now, like, I'm ambivalent towards it, but like, people would take that and be like, oh, you're a pedophile, you like children and grooming and this, that, and the other. It's like, no, it's fiction. But they're gonna run with that, right? They're gonna run with that, and they're going to slander you, they're going to insult you and create this whole witch hunt to turn you into something that you're not. And they do this because they themselves have the illusion of anonymity, when I'm sure if you were to look at their own likes, hell, Disney has age gap relationships. I mean, I recently learned the ages from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. How old do you think Aramis is? Or what's his name, Aramis? The blonde soldier guy. He's in his 40s. Esmeralda's a teenager. And yet we all love that ship. But because you have the illusion of anonymity, you can drag somebody's name through the mud because there are no consequences to you. It's not like they can look into your shipping history. Or it's not like we can look into the shows and movies and books that you've engaged with. Right? So it's just like, if somebody wants to hurt you, they can, right? And they can make anything to hurt you. But once upon a time, we were able to, yeah, and Snow White, she was 14, he was 30, absolutely. So it's just like, in fiction, I don't care what you enjoy in fiction. I'm ambivalent towards Sesshomaru Rin. When I was a kid, I liked Sesshomaru and older Rin. As an adult, I'm ambivalent towards it because I'm not really crazy about, like, there are ways in fiction that you can make it work. I'm not crazy about it, so it doesn't really matter to me. I enjoy the art for it, for the older. I have no interest in kids. Like, no, thank you. Age them up before I engage with anything. But they will, because they have no consequences, they will drag you through the mud because you are ambivalent or you don't care. Like, I legitimately don't care what the fuck you ship. As long as real world children are not harmed, or real world animals are not harmed, like that. See, here's a distinction. As long as real world people are unharmed, I do not give a fuck. You can watch Boku no Pico, and I don't give a well, no, I do kind of give a fuck. It's kind of gross to me, but like, if that's what you want to enjoy, you go right ahead. As long as you do not touch a real world child. The minute you touch a real world child, we're going to have a discussion, and you're not going to like how that discussion ends. There will be a subtraction from the census. But I don't care. And by my ambivalence, I'm sure that if my platform were large enough and I was more noticeable, I would be canceled for that statement. But that's because they have the benefit of the illusion of anonymity. And people do a lot of nasty things when they think there is no pushback, because there is catharsis in cruelty. And hurt people, and they seek that catharsis in spreading their own pain. And it's gross. It is gross. So it's just like, and this is another thing, like, I don't give credence to somebody who won't. So like, okay, let me rearrange this statement. So, excuse me. So if somebody wants to say, oh, so-and-so is a predator, putting their picture all over the place. And the reason why they're a predator is because they watch, or they like Shota anime, or they like age gap relationships because they read dark romance or something. If you're going to say that, I'm sorry, I'm not going to take you seriously, because you're dragging somebody else's face into them, and you don't even have your face out. I don't give credence to that. And I'm sorry, if somebody did something like 10, 20 years ago, but they're not the same person from 10, 20 years ago, I don't give a fuck. I genuinely don't give a fuck. Obviously, there's nuance. Like, there is no coming back if you do harm to children, or if you've assaulted somebody, or murder in the first degree. You know, like, there's nuance to that statement. But like, I'm sorry, I do not take your opinion to the same level as I would somebody that's putting themselves out there on the same level. I know that assumes more risk because, again, we are not truly anonymous on the internet. But the fact remains that I don't give a fuck about your opinion. Not you guys, but like, if you're going to be a nasty human being and because you're using an anime profile picture, I don't give a fuck about your opinion. But I also have the added benefit that I'm my own employer. Like, what are they going to do? Call me? Because we've all seen the receipts of the subset of a subset of a subset plotting to call somebody's workplace to get them fired. We've seen the receipts. Because somebody within that group was okay with it until it got too real, and then they decided to out the message and share everything. Some of you know exactly what I'm talking about, and I've seen it myself. And we know that they do this. So, but part of why I feel safe putting my face out there is because, like, what are you gonna do? Call my employer? Here's my number. Call me. I dare you to call me. I don't have the same consequences. So even though they have the benefit of anonymity, try me. You want to leak my nudes? Here, let me take some more for you. You want to call my mom and dad? Okay. They need me. It's not like they're going to leave me because I am a hippy-dippy liberal. So it's just like, no, like, I take care of my mom. I take care of my dad. They're not gonna disown me because I may have sent a significant other a nude or two. Or like I said, I don't give a fuck. But I have the benefit of being my own person. Or owning myself. Like, I don't answer to anybody but myself. And that is a privilege that I have. But there are people that just have an anime profile picture that want to do harm to you because they can. And unfortunately, you see this more in fandom spaces because we, as a collective, the royal we trauma bond to fiction. And that's the best way to describe it. We are trauma bonded to our fiction. Because our own lives are hectic, are stressful. So we hyperfixate on these things. And some IPs we hyperfixate on more than others. Like, to a point where it becomes our entire personality. Like, look at me. Like, I've got my Tifa earrings that I made. I've got my Fenrir choker on. I've got the Tifa and Cloud bracelets that I've made for my Etsy. Like, I wear my fandom in people's faces. So obviously I also imprint and trauma bond to these things because of these stages of my life that I've been in when I engaged in these. So it's just like, when you have the illusion of anonymity, you do some stupid ass shit. And unfortunately, people don't learn that it's an illusion fast enough. But again, I have the benefit of, if I act a fool online, it's not like I'm going to lose my job over it. I'm my own employer. Let's see. Yeah. Talking about Final Fantasy or any topic is truly the best with friends that also enjoy the topic. Like, I find that having like-minded people that you can talk to is truly the best way. So while I can be harsh in my wording, which I'm actively working on. I'm working on it. Because again, I do not want to be the cause of somebody else's bad day. Like, I genuinely believe that if you're going to have a disparaging, catty, mean conversation, take it somewhere where somebody else can't be hurt by it. Like, I can be catty and petty. I am a petty bench. Like, and I don't care who knows. But I keep that pettiness to DMs. I keep that pettiness to Discord calls. Like, well, on my Discord, not other people's Discord. I got kicked out of the Stargazer Discord because I didn't fuck with that shit. But it's just like, you do that disparaging shit in private with your friends who understand that when you're making generalized statements that you're not really saying everybody, right? But it's just like, if I'm gonna be a catty bitch, I'll be like, girl. Literally, that's how it will be. Girl, look at this thing that they did. I think it's stupid. I'm not gonna put that online anymore. Yes, I am emo. I am an evil person, or emo person, Park Bench. Like, I am embracing colors more, but I am still emo to my core. Yes, At the end of Advent Children, Yuffie is an adult and Vincent is an immortal being. I'm sorry, like he will forever be 27. He can fuck whoever he wants as soon as they're an adult, because it's just like, it's not like he ages. Like, his future forever partner probably hasn't even been born yet. But yeah. Let's see. Catching up. Let's not forget. Yep. Phoebus. Thank you. But yeah, they did have a son. They had a kid. And it's just like, it's not the end of the world. But if you really want to be triggered about age gaps and this, that, and the other, and it's just like, be careful, because if you look in your own history, you're going to realize, I guess I had it too. You know? Yeah, fiction is fiction. And as long as you understand the difference, then if you don't like it, you don't have to consume or engage with it. You can't tell somebody else what they can and cannot enjoy, because we all understand fiction. Fiction is not real. And as long as real world people are not harmed by it, do what thy will. I am a hippy-dippy pagan. Do what thy will, but harm none. That is the #1 rule. Let's see. What's told me about having to accept the fact that Rin was Sesshomaru? Yes. Yes. So as I got older, on the topic of Sesshomaru and Rin, as I got older, like, I had to, I did have to do some soul searching and understanding of the concept of the child bride. And I understand that it happened in historical era. But I think the only reason why I'm more tolerant of Sesshomaru is because of the immortality angle. I'm less tolerant of it when it's like, you know, like representations of real world people that age normally. Like, but again, I'm ambivalent towards it. I don't care if you ship it. If you come out with good art for it, I'ma like it, I'ma share it, I'ma turn it into a wallpaper because I like pretty art. But I'm ambivalent towards it. Like, yeah. So it's just like, I used to really ship it, but as I got older, it wasn't for me. But yeah. Cornstarch. Hi, JG. I'm sorry I'm only now seeing you. I think I do, actually, because I was baking for a little while. I think I do have cornstarch. Okay, Cloud has basically taken over everything on your stuff, pictures and whatnot. You know what? That's fair. And there are worse things to look at, because Cloud, he's very pretty. He's very pretty. And also, he has moments of being very cute and very sexy, which I hate it when men do that. Or male-presenting characters, because real-world men don't do that very well. But, like, you can either be cute or sexy. You cannot be both. Pick one. Pick one! Zuko does that shit too. That's why I like Zuko so much. Just like, he goes from very cute and adorable to fucking sexy. And like, how the fuck did you manage that? You can be one! Pick one! You can either be cute or sexy. But yeah. Okay. Oh yes, absolutely. So when part 3 news is released, what I would like to do, I'm probably going to like create a Discord call where we can all just gab and just enjoy together, because like, no, it's going to be a lot of fun. And again, I'm trying to build my own Clody community, and I need more people to gush about it with, because like, we are going to be enjoying the fuck about it. Well, and the thing is though, I think part of that is because you're my dear heart, Rydia. So it's just like, I'm in a different stage in my life than you are, right? And also, like, I have more grace for people that are younger than me. And part of... So, as somebody who is... Like, I'm 35, right? And you're almost a decade younger than me, Rydia. So, because of my age, like, I have a preference to be more of a guide. Like, if you ask me my opinion or ask for my knowledge, I will do so without casting judgment, because you're still growing, you're still cooking. So I will guide somebody who asks me for help, instead of forcing my will onto you and punishing you as if you were also somebody who was 35 years old and had the same lived experiences as I do. I won't do that. I will never do that to you. I won't do that to anybody. So while I have my very strong opinions and I can be very strongly worded, I take my fandom auntie status very seriously. Yeah, so okay, so with regards to freaking Sailor Moon, I still don't understand why they aged Mamoru up to college age. Like, I don't understand why they did that. Like, because in Sailor Moon Crystal, which is fucking amazing, I still like the OG more, but Crystal was actually better in a lot of aspects, just not all aspects. But yeah, I don't understand why they aged him up the way that they did. Oh, hi, Lakers fanatic. Sorry, I think I was insulting your team a little while ago. I don't know, but hi. Okay, Cloud is absolutely, like, he absolutely hits a lot of the markers for being gender fluid, because but I don't think he is quite ready yet. Andrea needs to work on him a little bit more, because he is unlearning this. He's unlearning the toxic small town masculinity that kind of pushed him into the military as a teenager. But yeah, no, he's absolutely, he's got a lot of gender fluid traits that is just like, I want to see more of. I do want to see more of it. I want to see him unlearning the toxic masculinity that he internalized. It would make me very happy. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, here's the thing. If you are not learning, you're not living. Like, you need to be able to learn, you know, as you live life. Like, learning is what makes it worth it, I think. But maybe again, that's me personally. I love learning. I love learning about new things. And the thing is, there are things that I don't know, and I want to know about these things. And yes, I have lived experiences that offer me a perspective that not many people have. But that doesn't mean I know everything. There are people with other lived experiences that I can learn from them. Like, we are a social species. We are designed to communicate and talk to one another. So, and part of that is we learn. Hi, I think your name is Digital Gator. Hello. Oh, thank you. I am a princess sometimes. But yeah, and it's just like, I feel like we can all learn from each other. And I think also be cognizant of yourself as you navigate the world, because even by navigating the world, you learn so much. You learn so much just by observing the world around you. And you don't even have to turn your music off. And you can experience, like, there are good things in the world to observe, but it's easier to observe the bad things simply because that's just how survival works. We are still a species trying to survive, right? So you're going to be more aware of the negative stuff because your brain, the lizard brain that keeps you alive is just like, oh, bad thing equals danger. So you're going to be more aware of that stuff. But if you open your eyes and just look around a little bit and you communicate with other people a little bit more, you'd be able to observe a lot of good things in the world, you know? I try. I don't always succeed because I am a negative person. I try to, you know, just look around and just like, oh, good things are happening every day. Every day is full of little miracles. Like the fact that you woke up. Your body did exactly what it did, and that is its own little miracle because you're alive another day. Hooray. They're good things. They're good things, but the focus on the negative is a result of survival instinct. Like, oh no, I need to survive. I need to survive, therefore I must be aware of all the bad things that might kill me. And unfortunately, because we are very high stress and we have so many stressors overwhelming us on any given day, the brain thinks that the world is ending almost all day, every day. Which is another reason why, going back to the previous topic, why some people cling to nostalgia and stuff and struggle to let it go. So I give grace and understanding even if I don't support some things. Exactly. Some strangers are helpful. Like, I mean, I can only speak on myself, like, but I'm going to give this example. I took myself to see the movie Obsession. The first time I saw it, I took myself to see it, right? And afterwards, I treated myself to dinner. I went to Denny's, got myself something to eat. And I was sitting by myself, taking up somebody's section. I tipped 50%. And I didn't have to. There's nothing compelling me to do so. I don't, like, everybody else that was there, not a lot of people because it was like 10. Like, it was 10 in the evening and not a lot of people were there. But the people that were there, they were all nice. So it's not like they weren't going to tip either. But I just decided, hey, I want to make this person's day. Here's a 50% tip, right? My dad, he is on workman's comp. He still gave a homeless person a couple bucks and some food and some water. Like sometimes random acts of kindness, like, it happens and it's great. But also be that random act of kindness, you know? Because sometimes when you do a good thing, it inspires other people to do the good thing. And then next thing you know, the world is a better place because you're the change you want to see, you know? You know, I struggle sometimes with taking myself out to do things, but it's getting easier and easier every time. I still don't like it when people are behind me. So, like, if I'm going to the movies by myself, I'm at the way, way back so nobody can be behind me. I don't like it when people I don't know come up behind me. It just wigs me out, man. But it's just like, I'm finding out that I enjoy it more often. Like, I actually, like, I'm gonna reference Japan again. I had more fun by myself because, like, I was able to do whatever the fuck I wanted and I didn't have to worry about somebody else. I thrived. I was having, like, being able to be by yourself is a skill that needs to be worked on. But once you succeed at being your own best company, then you'll find that you're actually a lot less tolerant of a lot of bullshit, which will only make your life better. Because I want to spend time with people. I don't need people to feel fulfilled. She says, knowing that that is my goal. That is something I'm practicing, but not succeeding at. I do still kind of need people, but I want to get to the point where I don't need people in order to feel fulfilled in my life. Because most of the things that I enjoy doing, I do by myself. If I want to talk to people, I call them on the phone. I message them. Otherwise, I'm good. I'm good with my company. Let's see. Let's go. I still haven't. I'm at any. Yeah, you got to put yourself out there safely. Yeah. Well, the weather is turning to shit by me, so you're gonna, even off stream, you're gonna hear my voice over the horizon complaining about the fucking weather. Oh my gosh, it's already in the 90s by me. Fuck that shit. Ugh. And I'm gonna be going to Pride events, which are all outside. Ugh. I know I'm fluffy. I know that people take offense to fat people being out in public, but guess what? I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be scantily clad because it is too damn hot to be bundled up so that the people and their delicate sensibilities don't get offended. Nah, fuck you, it's hot. Let's see. Yeah, no. The weather fucking sucks. And I am just realizing it is late. I need to wrap up because I have to cook for myself and others. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize how late it was. So, I thank you guys for sticking around in this yap sesh. Like, it was an hour of the state of play and the rest was me just talking your ears off. Thank you for spending time with me and just letting me purge, I guess. This is kind of like a purge sesh. Like, we're gonna find a nicer way to describe this. But yeah, so I am going to call it a night. I have to cook for myself and my mom. And I do have a little bit of work left to do, so I do need to do that. I neglected my own work. That's another problem with being self-employed, or a problem with being self-employed. You don't answer to anybody, which means that if you fuck up on your day schedule, you fucked up. You got to catch up somehow. But yeah, so I love you all. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I will see you guys again on Friday for Summer Game Fest, and hopefully we will get Final Fantasy news then. Hopefully. If not, I'm wearing clown makeup on Tuesday. But yeah.